Hello. Hello. Hey, Garrett, would you please come on in for just like 3 minutes? I mean, I, yes, I know I went live before the fucking time set up because I'm not you and I don't set things back later. But I would just like, if I believe my mic is fixed, so hopefully I can kind of elucidate my point and why I was emotional and upset. You don't have to come in. It's fucking fine if you don't. Um, yes. Attacking your family. Um, I was just, I was frustrated because my initial pro-trans point in your stream got completely bogged down with the fact that I'm a cunt. I, that's what upset me. Like, yes, I'm a cunt. I'm fully aware that I am a cunt. But that's irrelevant to the fucking point I was making, and that's what fucking frustrated me. And yeah, whatever, I'm a fucking transphobe or an asshole or whatever. That's fine. I don't really care. It's the fact that the initial point I was making was completely stomped over because I'm an asshole. Really, I mean, shit. I don't really care if people want to call me an asshole because that's fine. That's accurate. It's the fact that everyone fucking missed the goddamn point I was trying to make and decided to which once again it's accurate that I'm an asshole and I say problematic things, but I'm out here trying to say something that's positive, and that gets fucking stomped because I'm a dick. And it's like, fine, whatever, whatever. Apparently people who are dicks can't say good things or something. I'm i'm completely lost as to the hello spooky. There you are. I'm completely lost as to the utility of why did I even make a point? Why did I even try and correct something as a trans person, trying to explain trans issues just to be told I'm a fucking asshole, which once again is accurate. But that wasn't the point I was fucking making. Like, everyone got mad because of the terminology I used, which is valid, but that has nothing to do with the point I was making. Like, the point I was making was a good and a valid point. And no one wanted to fucking hear the fucking point out because, I don't know, I'm a tranny and I say tranny. Tranny. I'm a tranny. I can fucking say tranny as much as I want. And if any of these motherfuckers want to say I'm not allowed to fucking say that shit, yeah, okay, fair enough. It's like fucking 8 a.m. there, spooky, go to bed. But if any of these motherfuckers want to say I'm not allowed to say tranny, fuck them. Fuck them. I don't care. You can dislike me for saying it, but that had nothing to do with my point. I was trying, and I understand I presented it poorly, but my point was entirely about, you know, trans people being valid and not trapped in the wrong body because both non-binary and binary trans people are all valid. And it's basically the body is right, but the body does wrong things sometimes. It's not that it's the wrong body, it's we can change the body to mirror what we think. That was my whole fucking point. That it's yeah, you're assigned male at birth, but you can alter the body in ways that gender dysphoria gets alleviated. And like once again, I understand I fucking presented it poorly, but fine, whatever. I'm an asshole. I'm a transphobe. I'm a piece of shit because I say tranny, faggot, kike. I don't care. Like, I am all of those things. I can whatever. If you want to dislike me because I say them, that is okay, right? But that's completely irrelevant to the fucking point I was trying to goddamn make. And it really fucking frustrated me that everyone wanted to go off of the point I was trying to make and talk about all this fucking bullshit. Like, which is fine. I am an asshole. I'm more than willing to admit that. And I was really fucking frustrated and emotional because that's not what I was trying to fucking say. I was I was trying to say something completely different. And for the people who didn't watch the Gur stream, I guess, I'm hoping someone from that comes on so that I can explain myself better. Just because I had time to fucking calm down and, take a piss and, breathe and listen to some music and whatnot. I'm just really fucking frustrated because none of what I was trying to say was being addressed. We were all talking about the fact that I say things that people don't like. And it's like, yes, I understand, but the reason trans people are trapped in the wrong body is problematic is completely different than the reason, like, you can argue that when I say tranny or faggot, that's problematic. That's a fine argument to make, but that's completely different to my fucking argument about trans people being valid and not trapped in the wrong body. You know, that's a completely separate fucking argument, and it really fucking pissed me off because I that's what they were arguing against wasn't what the fuck I was arguing for. And I don't know why they all fucking latched onto this thing. Gur, join for like 3 fucking minutes so I can talk to you, please. I would. I mean, you don't have to, but links in the description. Just, I just, I just, and I don't know. I don't think anyone was doing it maliciously. It's just, I'm trying to explain the trans perspective on being trans, and all these not trans people are telling me how to be trans correctly, or, telling me I'm being problematic. Fuck you! You don't even fucking know shit. I I don't I don't particularly like. I was actually shocked at how good of an ally Knock was being during that whole thing, and he didn't make any fucking comment about like the shit I was saying post that, because the initial point was I was talking about trans people, and other people were fucking saying I don't know. Apparently, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying when I'm talking about being trans. That's what's fucking frustrating. Is all right, fine, whatever. I'm an asshole. Get another tranny in here, I guess. Like, fine, do it. Go ahead. Come on. No, find another trans person. All right, y'all motherfuckers. No, y'all fucking y'all motherfuckers know way the fuck more about trans shit than I do, apparently. Despite the fact that I've been trans for a decade and out about it for a decade. All right, sure. Y'all motherfuckers know more than I do. Y'all motherfuckers are gonna fucking tell me what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say. Y'all motherfuckers are allowed to fucking moralize about, how I act or whatever. Fine. That's completely irrelevant to the fucking point I made, and that's why I got mad as hell. Because why wouldn't I? I'm being impugned for something which, although correct, had nothing to do with the fucking point I was making. I was mad because, once again, I was trying to make a fucking point, and we wound up on the whole and I apologize for being a dick and jumping on shit because I'm drunk and I generally get emotional about, trans related topics. But the fact people are gonna, instead of taking what I'm saying about trans people at face value, someone's here. All right.
Okay, I'm mad
The,
at
the
you. Why didn't
fact,
you tell me, girlfriend? You didn't tell me
what
you were going
I,
live.
I told you it was going to be in 20 or 30 minutes, and the thing was set for 3:10.
Oh, well, you could have said, "Hey, I'm going live. Come in." It's fine. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just fucking around. Sorry.
Well, I'm I'm super fucking frustrated because the point I was trying to make was, look, that's really not what trans people feel. That's the simplified version of what we tell people so that you understand. However, that's not really accurate, and people use that to do other shit. And then they went up on me for saying other potentially problematic shit, which is fine, but that's a completely fucking separate issue to the pro trans issue. Like, I was trying to be pro trans and put forth, a good message and be
I
like,
think my
hey, look,
boyfriend actually has both. When I think about it,
both what?
gender dysphoria and body dysmorphia,
Yeah,
because he
those are,
doesn't.
once again, yeah, those are two completely separate things, which is what I was trying to say, but my mic wouldn't work.
Right, but I'm just saying. I think
And
he had, and now it's working for some reason. Go figure.
yeah, I don't know why, because I did literally nothing to it,
Hmm.
but it works now. So I'm saying this shit, and I hope one of them fucking comes in so I can fucking
Well,
elucidate.
Gur is falling asleep. I'm surprised he's even here. Spooky is also falling asleep.
Yeah, because Dur is a faggot, kike, tranny, retard motherfucker.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ!
I'm
Why don't
gonna
you
say
tell us how
all
you
of
really
them.
feel? Damn, cat.
Hello, SPM. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a fucking issue because I don't know if you saw the previous few minutes. You probably didn't. I got. I was trying to make a pro trans points, and then people jumped on me for using problematic language, which is fine. It's just that's a different issue, and I was trying to explain how that's a fucking different issue than what I was talking about. But they all decided, well, whatever. I don't know. It's a thing that happens all the time. These trans allies decide, whatever. This fucking tranny's dumb because she uses wrong words. Fuck you. What the fuck? That doesn't make my point invalid. I Knock of all people agreed that I wasn't, like, my original point wasn't invalid. My original point was very valid, and I was trying to explain the difference between, being trapped in the wrong body versus your body is right and your mind is right. You just need to, make your body more, you know, like closer to what your mind thinks, right? That's the whole point of
But
fucking
then,
transitioning.
but then, Jesus Christ! I'm sorry, but sometimes it's very confusing.
I know it is, but they, instead of, being confused by it, they latched onto my problematic language, which once again is fine. But I'm allowed to say tranny, I'm a tranny. I'm allowed to say faggot, I'm a faggot. I I'm allowed to fucking say these fucking words. It's like, would you say a black person can't say the N word?
Well, you know what I
Because
find.
no, they wouldn't. They wouldn't go that far.
No, but you know what I find interesting. Like throughout these years, throughout the, I've noticed that some people in the trans community hate the word tranny, but other people don't.
Yeah,
I think it's the same in every community, and
yeah,
you know, and you know, and
that's
you know, and it's
exactly.
become fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
And
Femboys like it's nuts. Go ahead.
and 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 well, I was saying, like, I understand that some people don't like that, and that's fine, and don't fucking say that to them. But I they're acting. They were saying, like, yeah, well, it's in public. Would you say this in public? I'm saying it in public right now. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Do you think I'm fucking ashamed of saying
I
tranny? I'm a tranny. I'm a fucking proud tranny. I'm
I
trans. I
I
don't want to be cis. I don't want to fucking pretend I'm cis. I don't want to pass as cis. I am trans and I'm fucking proud of it. You can suck my fat tranny cock if you have a fucking
I
issue with that.
mean, if you insist, well, I don't have an issue with.
It's
Sorry,
just,
I'm just.
well,
I'm trying to lighten the
I
mood up.
know. I'm going on a rant right now because it's like, but fine, whatever. I say problematic shit. But
Right.
that's completely irrelevant to the fucking point I was making. Because the point I was making, I didn't say problematic shit. And so someone accused me of saying something I didn't say, which really fucking frustrated me. It's like, I said it's inappropriate in certain contexts. And they said I said that it was inappropriate. Well, that's not what I said. I I said it's inappropriate
Yeah.
within certain contexts.
I think
Like
I. Okay, go
like
ahead. It's your stream. Sorry.
you're fine. I'll finish and then you can go.
Yeah.
But like my whole thing was like, yeah, like don't show Arden of Eden's fucking transition timeline because she was only gonna post it once and she didn't really want to talk about it. Fucking post pictures of me pre-transition. I don't give a shit. Like, you know, I don't fucking care. And this is what went over everyone's head is that shockingly trans people are a fucking monolith. We're not all one person. Fuck off and die. If you don't want to fucking listen to what a trans person is saying about being about the trans experience and you want to go in and talk about how they're problematic, whatever. Still, I my experience is still valid whether or not I'm problematic. Let's not like we can make these two separate issues. You didn't have to fucking be extremely disingenuous and bog down the fact that I say problematic language and completely remove the very positive pro trans point I was trying to make. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. Like I said, like I know it doesn't really matter. But I think when I think when they said, "Would you say this in public?" I think they mean in real life public, not YouTube public. You know what I mean?
I
I
say
mean,
that shit in
it's
public. I say that shit in real life public all the time.
right, but they don't see you in real life. You know what I mean? That's what they say. Would you say this in
It's
real life without in
yeah,
public without realizing that they're literally on a public stream?
yeah.
Like,
That's
yeah, I guess you
that's
can make an argument that's, you know what? Go ahead. It's a fucking semantic argument.
well,
You know what I mean?
it's that's the thing. That argument is a legitimate argument, but it wasn't the one I fucking made. That's what pisses me off. Like I was trying to make a completely separate argument. The argument that I say offensive shit is a completely separate argument than the pro trans argument I was making. Those are two vastly different things, right? Like I don't I don't know why the fuck which this is the thing and I don't mean to be this person, but cis people do this all the time. They don't like what a trans person is saying, so they conflate it with something else. And it's like, well, okay, yeah, I said something you didn't like alongside something that was correct. So you
And
just made it entirely about the shit you didn't like.
and look, I may get accused of white knighting, but I don't give a shit because I came in. I noticed you were very upset, so I was like, dude, I need to get in there. I'm glad Danny
Yeah.
left to whoever the fuck it was, because I
Well,
just no.
Danny was having a legitimate conversation with me despite the fact I was really emotional. And
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I don't hold anything against anyone. I just think it was one of those things where they weren't willing to actually listen to me. And that was frustrating because, all
But if
right,
you're an
fine.
ally, obviously you should listen. And honestly, I never liked the whole ally thing. I don't know, it comes off
Yeah,
as
it's
cringy.
kind of bullshit. But
Yeah.
yeah, I was.
Like I'm an ally. What? I don't know. Like I get what they mean by that, but it's just
Well, and I'm really fucking pissed off because they started saying I can't say certain shit. So then I started bringing up reasons why I'm allowed to say shit. And then they got mad because I brought up shit they didn't know about.
But see,
Well, I don't know. If
I
you didn't
really,
know I was black, let's say I had never been on camera and I'm black and I said the N word. If I'm black, you can't. Who the fuck cares then?
I mean, Dragnut, if I remember correctly, Dragnut has said the N word, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has. But, like, let's just say, by this whole fucking standard, because they never said it was wrong for black people to say the N word, why is it wrong that I say tranny or faggot? Because some other fucking faggot on the stream decided they didn't like the word faggot? Fine. They don't have to say the word faggot. They can be offended by faggot. I don't fucking care. He's a fucking faggot. I'm a faggot. You're a faggot. I,
Yeah.
I understand that offends people. And yeah, I'm fucking doubling down and saying it more because who the fuck are a bunch of cis het white folk to tell me what the fuck I can and cannot say about slurs about myself? I'm sorry. Um, is that how that works now? You're allowed to tell a fucking leftist tranny that she's not allowed to say tranny because it
Well, I
might
mean,
offend someone else? Fuck
well,
them.
I mean, but this, I really wish I would have brought this point up because this raises, like because I think Pavi or whatever the fuck it says, he was,
Paul.
Paul,
Paul.
but
Yeah.
no, there was the other guy. I'm not talking about Paul, like the guy with the green icon and the P. Paul is someone else. Paul said that he was gay and he was
Pavel.
offended by you,
Yeah.
Pavel. He was
Yeah.
offended by you
Paul.
using. Is that it doesn't it?
But
It
it
doesn't.
doesn't matter. I might be wrong, but yeah.
Yeah, no,
He was
Paul.
offended that I
Yeah,
yeah.
Paul was the other guy. The guy on camera. Well, whatever. It doesn't
Sorry,
matter. The
whatever, it doesn't
point,
matter, yeah.
the point I'm trying to make is that for convenience, just call him Paul. I'll correct whatever. Said that he was gay himself and he was offended by what you said. I really wish I would have brought up the point that there are some trans people who hate the word tranny. I really wish I did. Because there will always be some people who hate the
I
words that.
brought that point up.
Oh, you did?
And I tried and I got fucking shut down by 4 people at once. I was gonna say, like,
Well,
yeah,
that's
some people
fucked up.
don't like that and don't say that to them. And then that's when it's a public thing.
Well,
Would you say this in public? Blah blah
well,
blah
no,
came up.
I don't think, I don't, well, you said some people don't like that, but I think you should have made it like, well, some trans people don't like the word trans, and they're trying to control other trans people.
I
You know what I mean?
I literally said all of that. I
Oh, I may need to go back to watch the stream. I'm just.
I Well, they kept on fucking interrupting me, and partially it might be because my mic was cutting out,
Yeah,
and I
you're right.
understand that.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with your mic.
But like, I
Pap, Spooky, I love you. Pap D, yes.
yeah, yeah. Well, Gurr called him Paul when he first came in,
Yeah,
so
it's fuck you, girl.
I was just I was super frustrated because it's like, what the fuck are all these people doing?
Well,
One,
yeah,
ignoring the
because
point I'm making, and two, telling me what I can and can't. I'm a Jew. I'm over 50% ethnically Jewish. I'm almost 75% ethnically Jewish. Am I not allowed to say kike? Because I am. I'm a keikel. I'm a keikel. That's what I am. I'm a yid. I'm a dead sea. I'm a fucking dead sea pedestrian, and I'm proud of it.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I went full on,
I
life of Brian there.
I've seen so many fucking arguments of people saying, "Oh,
Well,
the word tranny is offensive, and we shouldn't use."
and
Sorry, I don't mean we. Like
well,
we.
I know. Go ahead.
Well,
Sorry, I'll shut up.
no, I'm just saying. Well, okay, well, thank you for making me the center of attention. I am pretty sexy, but but no, like I was trying to say, I always see trans people say, it's like, well, we shouldn't use the word tranny because it's offensive and this, and that. Okay, but okay, if you don't want to use it, don't use it. Like, I want to use it, just not me personally, but you get the point, right? Yeah, like I'm speaking as them. or
Yeah,
is you? God
that's
damn it,
that's
I
well
hate
that's
this, but you know what I mean.
I that's kind of the thing. And that wasn't the fucking point I was trying to make. The point I was trying to make is that trans people aren't stuck in the wrong body. That was my fucking point. And the fact that they got bogged down and went and decided to take this very pro-trans positive thing and make it into something negative to shit on the only tranny in the room really fucking pissed me off. Like, you completely overshadowed the very positive, constructive point I was trying to make because y'all wanted to hate on me,
But
which is fine.
why do so many trans people say that there's maybe you answered this. Sorry for not paying attention, but
Oh no, go ahead.
why why do so many trans people say that they feel like they're stuck in the wrong body because
Oh,
they look at their body and they their self-image is is of a man or a or a woman or you know what I mean, but they look down and it's like
well, let me explain. Because it was really disingenuous when they were saying, like, I think it was Danny who said, like broad shoulders. No, that's completely separate from gender dysphoria. That's body dysmorphia. If you want broad shoulders, that's body dysmorphia. Gender dysphoria is a completely different thing. And I was trying to fucking explain that, but no one would let me. They kept on interrupting me, and, which is fine because I was interrupting other people. But
yeah.
it was very fucking disingenuous because none of them know what the fuck it's like to be trans, or clearly none of them know any of the fucking shit about trans people, any of the fucking studies. That's what fucking really ruffled my feathers, is that they were trying to tell me what it's like to be trans.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what it is. So the whole "you're trapped in the wrong body" thing, that's the simplified version that we generally tell cis people, because the complicated full long version is complicated and long.
I mean,
That's why we just
yeah.
say, and I rally against that. Like, I don't think that's a particularly, I don't think that's a good thing to say.
You know,
And
one of these days I really should sit down and learn this stuff because my boyfriend is is trans. I know he doesn't mind me using like it's fine. Like, he understands that or she Jesus Christ. I
well,
get
when
so
they give you a
confused.
particular pronoun that they want to be referred by, then you use that. That's roughly what it is. If they give you
Yeah.
multiple pronouns, you use whichever of those.
Well, no,
And
no, my girlfriend, likes to be a girl. You know what I mean? She wants to use her, female pronouns, but she's fine with me. Like, you know what I mean? Why the fuck am I so nervous?
I have that effect.
Well, no, no, it's just that I don't, just that, it's like it's like the, this is gonna come out so wrong, but it's like the tranny topic, and I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Well, here's the thing. It's okay to say the wrong thing. And if you do say the wrong thing, then, I'll just gently correct you on it, which I will admit I kind of fucking jumped on Lisa. And then I apologized for that. And then everyone else fucking jumped on me. And it's like, well, I'm sorry. I'm the tranny here. You got fucking 6 people jumping on a fucking tranny for not being a tranny the right way. What the fuck?
I mean, that's like that's like telling Lisa she wasn't being a woman the right way.
I know. Well, that's the thing. And all these people, a lot of these people will fucking give Will shit because they brought that up, that Will says fucking, tranny, and it's like, it's a joke I'm in on. You do realize that, right? And they were just like, yeah, well, it's still harmful. To who? And then they just completely fucking ignored that response and started talking about other shit I said. And I admitted to saying retard, which I probably shouldn't have said. I mean, I'm one of them, but, you know, that's
Yeah, it's. I don't know. Retard just means slow, so you know what I mean. It just
Well, I'm drain damaged, which obviously they didn't know, and that's fine. But it's like, I mean, yeah, a lot of
but
people didn't
but
know I
does
was a
that
Jew either.
but you know but does having but does that make you retarded because you don't seem retarded when people talk to you. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just
Well, I mean, I I'm drunk, and that actually causes, weirdly enough, that lubricates everything, so I don't get completely.
well, I mean,
Well,
I may have to
let me
ask
just
her
say,
about. Go ahead.
well, let me real quick. You continue. I just want to give you some highlights of things I've said while I'm sober. I have to race like a piss horse.
Wait, right
I'm
now?
gonna beat you around the red-headed step bush like a dead child. I When I'm sober, I accidentally confuse euphemisms all the time and combine them all the time. So I say completely fucking insane shit. But when I'm drunk, it lubricates whatever the fuck it is, because I got my fucking drain borked. My drain got damaged, and like I can't cross my right arm across the left side of my body and do anything with it. Like, that's how bad my shit is. Which I know people don't know that, but like, I can't. My fucking corpus callosum's fucked, and it was already fucked, and then I got it broken more. So like, I can barely fucking tie my shoes, which
Wow.
people don't realize, which is fine. But I, it it takes actual effort from me to tie my fucking shoes because my hands don't work when they're on the wrong side of my body. And, whatever, fine. But they brought up the fact that I wasn't allowed to say that shit and then got mad when I brought up I am that. And then they're like, well, you're just bringing shit up, to try and, moralize it. No, you brought it up that I wasn't allowed to say it. I brought up why I was allowed to say it. Fuck you, you disingenuous piece of trash. What the fuck?
Why don't you tell us how
You,
you really feel, Kat? Sorry, I'm just trying to. I gotta
I
stop
know.
apologizing. Holy shit. The
It's
fuck?
just really frustrating because, like, I don't think any of them meant it
Yeah.
negatively. It's just they were trying to talk about something else I did, but I was trying to fucking make a very pro trans comment, pro non binary and binary trans that were all the same. And I kept on getting bogged down in the fact that I say problematic shit. Fuck
Yeah.
you. You A bunch of cishet white dudes are gonna tell me as a fucking
Well, I'm
queer
queer.
tranny Jew.
I'm queer, so fuck you.
Yeah, well, you didn't tell me what the fuck to say. And
Well, yeah,
it's
fair enough.
fine. And here's the thing, you don't have to like what I say. And I said that repeatedly. You don't have to like what I say. That's fine. You can dislike me for it. But don't fucking tell me what I can and can't say. Don't don't even tell me what I'm saying is problematic in the same breath as I'm trying to tell you this particular thing is problematic. Like, I'm sorry, maybe I know a bit more what it's like to be a tranny in a shithole place where it's problematic and people get killed for being trans than you fuckers.
Wait,
Maybe.
do people get killed in New York State?
I'm not. I wasn't. I've only lived in New York for a few months.
Oh,
Um, I mostly lived in Wisconsin or fucking Louisiana. I was homeless for a long time, but most of my time was spent in Wisconsin, probably 18, 20 years. Um,
wow.
yeah, and like, trans people would just get killed and no one would fucking care. Because why would you? Like, they didn't have a next of kin because their family disowned them. So, and I only know this because I worked in cemeteries and I would have to bury them and there would be no one there.
Like
And
that must have been really hard. I'm not trying to not placate. Say things like platitudes, but that must have been really hard for you.
it,
Like
yeah,
genuinely.
it wasn't fun because I saw my people, dying from suicide or,
I'm not
drug
sure what's
overdose,
taking mom
or
is referencing, but whatever. Sorry, go ahead. I'm just reading the chat.
I don't know, but yeah, sure. Um, I was just really, it was really frustrating because it's like, and this is why I'm very openly trans, and I say the shit I do and I act the way I do because other trans people need to know you can be trans and it's fine. You can be open about it. You can be loud about it. You can say whatever the fuck you want. You're a real fucking person. And goddamn it, I will fight for your right to say whatever the fuck you want, exist however the fuck you want. I will fight until I ain't got no tooth or a nail left. I don't give a shit. I got nothing to lose. I'll fucking fight for you. And that's what really pissed me off is they took they they took me who is ardently I'm an ardent trans supporter. I've been vocal about it for a decade. I've I've been arguing for trans rights since before gay marriage was federally legalized. And these people are gonna fucking tell me I'm problematic? Fuck you. I've been CS gassed at fucking protests. Fuck you. I've I actually fought for this fucking shit. I can say whatever the fuck I want. Fuck you. You ain't done fucking shit, did you? No, you didn't. Cause you're all fucking sitting in your fucking hot y'all fucking sitting on your
Okay.
high ass Jordan Peterson and, you know, acting like you're somehow better than me. Fuck you. I'm on the goddamn front lines. Shut the fuck up, Lieutenant. No one fucking cares. You're a piece of shit who went to college for 3 years and got put in charge of fucking but you got put in charge of some fucking sergeant who's been on the front lines for a decade in chains.
Wait,
Shut
what are
the
you
fuck
talking
up and
about?
sit the
Anyone
fuck
in
down.
particular, or just
All of
just?
them. Well, they're acting like they know better than me. I've been on the front lines. I've seen this shit. Yeah, sure, you learned about it. Great. I have fought for this. I've I lost the vision in one eye over this. I One of my arms doesn't work properly. My brain doesn't work properly. I can't fucking tie my shoes without putting in serious effort because of this fucking shit. Don't tell me how to be a tranny correctly.
Well, Kat, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. You're triggering my maternal instincts or paternal, whatever. One of the two.
I'm I'm mad. You don't need any sort of fucking instincts with this. I'm mad
Well, no, I
because
know. I'm just saying you're triggering them, but in a good way.
and
Go ahead. Sorry, it's.
you're fine. It's frustrating because I don't think any of them were intending that, but they brought up that I wasn't allowed to say these things. So then I brought up shit in relation to why I am. And then they got mad at me for bringing it up. Well, what the fuck? What do you want out of me? Do you want me to just sit there and get fucking kicked in the head? What do you want? Do you want me to just fucking lie there and just take it? Yeah, they do. Because that's what people want out of trans people all the fucking time. That's what fucking the majority of cis people want. They want trans people to act how they want to act, and they get fucking mad when we don't act the way they want. Like, yeah, you know what? Blair White is valid. She's a piece of shit, but she's valid. Like, fuck Blair White.
Yeah.
She's an absolute fucking piece of shit, but she's valid and she's trans and she's allowed to fucking say tranny if she fucking wants to.
Well, Kat, you're valid too.
I know I am.
I know. I
And
just feel like. I just feel like. I just feel like you. I just feel like you could. I just feel like you needed to hear that after the stream.
it's just once again, I don't think any of them none of them said that I wasn't a woman. None of them said that I wasn't trans, and I appreciate that. But the fact that it was implied that I wasn't being trans right when my whole original point was that trans people like we're not trapped in the wrong body. We need
I honestly need to look into this because this has been something that's fascinated me in a while, but I never had a chance to actually dig deep.
well, Danny just asked questions. And Danny honestly engaged with me and then he left and then everyone else fucking jumped on me. And I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. I called Jason a faggot, but he was being a faggot. I What do you want out of me? Like, fuck you. Don't tell me what I can and can't say as a fucking faggot. I'm a faggot. I can say faggot, 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 faggot. Why the fuck do you? Why is Pavi D? Why does he matter more to you about the being able to say faggot issue than I do? Am I
Wait,
lesser?
who are you talking to? Who are
Anyone,
you asking?
anyone, any
Well, no, you're
because
not Lester. You're both equal. Like,
well, I know, but they were saying like, hey, Pavi D, right? Uh, yeah, this guy, Pavi D. Well, they were taking his word over. He was offended, therefore I'm not allowed to say it. Well, why does his word mean more than mine?
but
What
my
why
question,
why is he allowed to be offended, but it's not okay that I'm
well,
not offended?
but my question, my question is, what if Puppy D was a was gay and trans? Like, how would that affect the equation? Would they take his side or her side? Like, let's assume
I don't
trans and
know.
let's say her side. You know what I mean?
I think let's assume Pavi's a trans woman and let's just say it's a her or whatever. I think they still would have taken her side because she would have been offended, and they want to take the side of the person who's been offended. But like, dude, I fucking fought for my fucking rights. I had to move across the fucking country to get
But
my
then that
fucking
seems like
rights.
but then that seems like a double standard in a way. Like like you claim to be for trans people, yet this is assuming Pavi D is trans. Obviously,
Well,
it it just I don't know.
well,
It's
what's the double standard? I said don't say that to those people. Say it to me. I don't care.
yeah.
And they're saying it's destructive to the community at whole, which is why I brought up the whole, well, is it okay for a black person to say the N-word? And they completely skirted around that and said, well, sometimes, yeah. All right, but is it okay for a black person, a generic black person, to say the N-word? Why is it not okay for me to say faggot? And they completely skirted around that and just kept on saying that I was being problematic and saying awful shit. Fine, I am. Great. Can a black person say the N-word? Is that okay? Would you impugn a black person for saying the N word the same way you're impugning me right now? Would you, if a black person was saying like, hey, we're economically disadvantaged because of this, and this reason, would you get mad at them then and completely ignore the points about their economic disadvantage because they said the N word? No, you wouldn't. They have the fucking double standard. I don't.
Yeah, no. I know, no, and that's what I was saying. To me, it seems like a double standard if we assume that Pavi
Yeah,
D was trans.
Paul. See, Paul, exactly. But
No, no,
it's still not a double
I
standard.
well, no, hold on.
I
Taking mom, I know that he's gay. It was a hypothetical. Just
it's
wanted to
but
clear that out.
it's still not a double standard because I I mean
Well,
who cares? I mean, people say shit that offends me all the time.
no, what I mean, it seems like a double standard, if it was trans, because they claim to be trans ally, yet yet they go against you with when you say a word that offends her. Like in that
Well,
scenario, it will be a double standard.
no, it's not. It's
I
not. It only in their mind it is a double standard.
well, Kat, I said
Right? Okay, hold up. SPM. Yeah, get that all the time because you're not black enough. Exactly. What am I not trans enough? Am I not a Jew enough? Am I not a faggot enough? Like, what is it not enough that I've is it not enough that I'm gay as all hell? Like, what
well,
what what do I need in order for this to not be offensive?
I okay,
But because
maybe
Paul is offended, therefore I am completely stripped of all my rights that I physically fought for. I got put in fucking jail over this shit. Because I got in fistfights with cops. I don't. That's what fucking boggles my goddamn mind. I physically actually fought for this shit. And these people are going to tell me, oh, yeah, whatever. You're not allowed to say tranny. What? I was I not the person who did a whole show? I took over Will's stream and did a whole fucking stream on his channel about the importance of pride and gave a history of it. Am I not the person who constantly argues? Am I not the same person who kicked Smokey Saint off of his own fucking stream for being transphobic? And am I suddenly none of those things? Am I not a very fucking staunch trans supporter? Am I not one of the most painfully and like hard-headed trans people in this fucking community?
Okay. I'm honestly wondering if I should clarify, or the point is lost. Maybe I'm just wrong about this.
Oh, you know, you're fine. Go ahead.
Well, no, because I was trying to say, like, to me, if if Polly D was trans and she got offended by what you said, it would be a double standard, because because a lot of people claim to be trans allies, yet yet they're giving you
Well,
shit, for using the word. That's like,
he
I
well,
feel
we
like it
don't need to
wasn't
do the whole Paul being trans,
okay. That's fine. That was
because
just
he
yeah.
was offended because I said the word faggot, and he's a faggot, which
The point of the hypothetical was to see,
I'm a
like
faggot.
how,
I'm
right.
gay. It works. You don't need to have the hypothetical where he's trans.
Okay, fine, whatever. That's fine. Sorry.
Well, I'm just saying it's irrelevant because we don't need to make an allegory or anything. It's
I don't
we
know.
have an actual.
I just wondered how, how did, how the scenario would change. But go ahead.
Well, yeah, it's frustrating because it's like I get this shit all the time where, you know, people tell me I'm not okay, right. Secular pagan mom. I don't say anything because of the position you're currently in, Cat. Win or lose, I'll be shoved out for being too soft or too, triggering. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like either and I don't care if people don't like me. I don't really give a shit. But I was making a point out of something completely fucking different. And they decided to make it a point about how I'm an asshole, which once again is correct. But I went and tried to fucking differentiate those 2 points 2 or 3 times throughout the stream while my mic still worked. You can go back and look at it. I I even said, yeah, I'm not exactly the best person, for trans rights or anything, but this is what I'm saying right now. And immediately I get fucking interrupted and talk about how, I say problematic shit. Like, fine. Yeah, I do. But I'm allowed to, one, but that's a completely separate argument to the fact that trans people aren't stuck in the wrong body. Their body did something wrong. It's the right body. The body just developed wrong. And we can change the body's development to be closer to correct. That was my whole fucking point. And it's completely irrelevant of, and I brought that up where I was just like, well, I was originally just talking about, binary trans people, with puberty, but that works with non-binary trans people as well. And I tried to explain it and then got interrupted, talk about how I'm an asshole, which once again, that's a correct thing. I am an asshole. And I say shit. But that's completely irrelevant to the fucking point I was making, and it disgusts me that they decided to take away from a very legitimate, very positive point I was trying to make to talk about how I was an asshole. They all had an opportunity to be like, yeah, that's actually correct. Trans people, they're not caught in the wrong body. Maybe we should listen to a trans person about, what the hell being trans is like. Yeah, that actually makes sense. Blah blah blah. And they could have just been like, yeah, actually, I'm willing to believe, your experience. And I how often am I unnecessarily reasonable to people? Half of the time. I mean, it's 50-50 whether I'm a cunt or way too reasonable.
Mm.
And I just wish they would have given me the basic decency of trying to understand the original point instead of impugning me.
Where are they now, huh? Sleeping little bitches.
Well, that's yeah, okay, yeah, SPM she was there through. I was trying to make a point, and once again, yes, they were making a valid point that I'm an asshole, but I was not talking about that. I was trying to make a different point entirely, but they wanted to make it entirely about how I'm an asshole.
I don't. You know what? It's not. It's not valid. You're not an asshole.
I mean, I kind of like SPM here. I honestly am not sure how to take you. I can't think of a good way to put it, but you confuse me, I guess. Yeah, I confuse everyone.
Wait, why the? I just noticed. Why the fuck do you have that icon? What the fuck? It's the old tangent icon.
It's nice.
Jesus
But
Christ.
I am confusing because, well, people don't understand that. And here's the issue: is a lot of people don't take the time to actually talk to me or understand where I'm coming from.
Hi.
And yeah, I know you did, but a lot of people haven't actually talked to me about, what I think or why I act the way I do, or you know, I use the word tranny because it takes the fucking power away from people like Smokey Saint.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Call me a tranny? I don't care. I call myself a tranny. I let Will call me a tranny specifically because it pisses Smokey Saint off that it doesn't make me mad. Like you, these people, like, yeah, sure, whatever. I'm not. Oh, you want in?
Who is it?
Hello.
Hello, thank you for attending.
No problem. I wasn't sure if I should at first, only because the fact I should be going to bed, but fuck it, tomorrow's Sunday. I just did my 1 day of work, or yeah, week, and I'm fucking stressed as all get out, so I'm making fucking mac and cheese and having some goddamn dabs.
Oh my god, are you Brett Keen's wife?
Mac and cheese.
Or the
Oh
female?
no, don't
God,
get
make
Brett
the
Keane
mac and
now.
cheese.
I'll drop out. That's not
Okay,
Brett Keane.
sorry,
That's
sorry,
no.
sorry. I
Sorry,
apologize.
sorry. I couldn't help it.
I know. I don't know anything about Brett Keane other than the fact that he's a fucking waste of flesh. I mean, he's got so much of it, and so many people need skin grafts. I mean,
Yeah,
he would cover all of Syria
I
for the last
wouldn't
10 years
want a
worth
Brett
of
Keen skin
people.
graft.
Oh,
I'd
you
rather
can
die.
clean anything. You can take
I
anything
mean,
down to brass tacks and build it up from scratch. They
I
can
don't
put an
think so.
ear in a mouse. I'm sure they can build plenty of flesh out of something.
okay, I like to I like
Ugh,
to point out that I'm in the middle of two women.
Stop attacking my family. But
No, if
it
you
was
make the voices and stuff, that's fine. But being thought, or I am a triggly bitch, and thinking of being his wife, it gives
So
oh
me
god. Yeah,
look.
no,
chills.
that's fair.
My
I'm
That's
flesh is
valid.
okay.
clammy. I went
Look.
ghost white.
Second.
It's like no.
Okay, SP. Look, I apologize. Okay,
It's all
I didn't mean to trigger a 3 minute rant. Sorry.
right. You're a dork. But anyway,
Thank you.
quite
It's
welcome.
I'm
Uh,
I'm just confused because I know I didn't present what I was saying in the best way. And I
yeah.
got emotional and I let that kind of, let normally I don't get emotional, but as I said earlier, I get emotional when trans shit comes up. Because once again, I've been
Well, the
fighting
last time
for
that
fucking
happened, it was warranted too, and you didn't realize your camera was on, but people actually were listening to you because they saw your face. So,
yeah, that's exactly the thing is like I get emotional sometimes and I usually don't, but when I do, I kind of sometimes lose the
fear
plot
off
and
your lead.
I get hyper fixated and I let
Oh, I do
them
it too.
lead me. What?
I do it too. I got on Preacher for
Yeah.
saying faggot. I hate that word. Drives me insane. And you have a reason to say it. He don't. So no, it
No.
wasn't Preacher. It was perfect one. It's not perfect. He
Mhm.
either as a correct or perfect. And it's like, you're so perfect, you can't even spell the goddamn word right. Anyway, he was calling me a bitch and all that kind of stuff. He left real quick with Preacher. But yeah, he's like, he dropped faggot, and I'm like, oh, hell fucking no. Don't you blah, blah, blah. It was on Verge stream too. And everybody got fucking quiet. And then all of a sudden, I kind of agreed with her. I was very proud of myself at that moment because that was the first time I stuck up for something like that in a long time. And it's like nobody really cared for the word, and I was the one that was offended.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
but if you were in the room and you contested it, it might have been a different story because it's like the N-word. I don't say it because I don't feel comfortable with it. My dad grew up from South Carolina and everything and in the 40s and stuff when it meant something bad. So I never used it. I just grew up not using it. Other people do around me and I ignore it. You say stuff like that, I ignore it. Because
I don't say the N-word, but yeah.
Not that one, but all the other stuff, I either ignore it, get like, what the fuck, cap stop, whatever. And if I can't handle it, I leave. And then I fast forward through that part and come right back. I don't hold it against you because the fact is, why? Everybody says something stupid in a sentence just because they can. They just fixated on the dumbest shit because you were making a point. And it come across wrong because of a word. I was pissed off, but
I will admit, it did come across horrible. But continue, sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, you're that was it. You know that though. And you were saying that the whole time. Yeah, I said it wrong. Can we get back to it? And they always get on people like Danny about that kind of stuff and everything. And then they don't even let you finish on anything after that. That pissed me off too.
Well, holy shit. Okay, I'm not insane.
Well, no, you're not. You're not. You're not.
It was stupid.
All right, good.
It was all
thank you.
It was all bully bravado shit. It wasn't like they meant any. Not a single person there meant it, and that was the more frustrating because they didn't stop and think. Well, I was just talking about not letting people do this the other day. All of them were doing it again.
Yeah,
and they weren't even trying to. That was the worst part. It was just one big clusterfuck. It's like all y'all like each other. Why y'all fighting?
That's why I was so confused. It's like, how many times have I said, because like I generally don't say, honestly, I don't say tranny or faggot that much. I really don't.
But today was like you made up for lost time for the last 10 years, man.
Well, I generally the only times I say the T slur or the F slur is when I'm around other queer people who are okay with it. But it slipped out because I was, emotional, and which once again I don't think it's
onto it, and you went with it.
Well, that's the thing. I got emotional and I let them lead me down that path for just too long because I tried to lead them back to what I was originally saying, and then at that point it was too deep in the muck.
Yeah, it was. It was a dumpster fire because everybody was wanting one, not because it really was one. You know what I mean?
And
it's like when people are agreeing, but they're still fighting. Me and my mom did it all the time. We get louder and louder and be saying the same damn shit, and we just didn't see it.
And like once again, I don't really care if people want to. If everyone wanted to jump on me for being an asshole and saying that, that's fine. Mm-hmm. The only reason I was upset was because I was trying to make a point that was very pro-queer,
right?
And trying to explain to you that. Yeah, like I was trying to say, like, well, originally I thought we were talking about just, cis trans people, but, if you're going to bring up non-binary trans people, I think my point actually makes more sense now, and I tried to elucidate on that, and then they just jumped on me again, which is fine. Like,
you know what? Next time that happens, pull a Danny and say, sorry, in as snarky as an attitude as you can. Get everybody's attention, it'll snap them right the fuck out of you. Like, why the hell did you do that? Because you started doing blah, 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 like what they do to Danny. He's like, that's the only time I ever bring it out, but he used to do it a lot. And now they give him credit where he doesn't earn it. It drives me nuts. So if they ever do that again, pull that out.
No, because I'm going to argue with them about it. I'm going to keep on fucking bringing it up every time I see any one of them. And I'm going to wear on them. I mean, I'm gonna wear on them until they apologize. Like, I don't want them to apologize for calling me an asshole or calling out that I say problematic shit. That's
Some of
not
them will
that.
do it, but not everybody will. I told you about not though, didn't I? Give them a couple
Yeah.
days, and it happened. Now all of
I
them.
will say, I was shocked. I
Why do you?
felt weird.
Yeah,
Like,
I was
you know,
waiting for it to happen.
he made up
I
with me too, you know, kind of on stream, sort of on stream, and then, you
it
know,
was
and then off
after the
air.
show.
Yeah.
Well, we
Well,
talked about what 2 hours last night off
yeah.
air, the three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
this
was
is why
shocked.
this is why I said, knock, we just made up. Don't start this again. Because he said, "Oh, that's very right wing." I'm like, "Well, okay, I'm sorry. Reality is right wing."
Yeah. Well, the only thing though is that that's the way groups of friends banter is the way you guys were exactly tonight. Some people say hurtful things and stuff like that back and forth. Sometimes the hurtful things become jokes,
Yeah.
but that was like a group of friends right there. That's
Yeah.
the kind of shit that I started coming on, actually paying for YouTube for. And so no matter what was said tonight, y'all are still going to be talking on
yeah.
terms of the future. But yeah, give them shit for it. They deserve it.
And I will admit, I completely deserve the shit
yeah,
for saying problematic stuff.
It'll be one big fluffy poo fest. Yay.
It's just the difference is I will admit when I say something problematic, I'm almost most of the time I'm immediately like, all right, yeah, that was fucked. I shouldn't have said that. Sorry.
You say it way faster than a lot of people do. I will give you that. Oh my god.
Well, because I recognize, and here's the thing, I recognize when I say something that offends people, and I usually, once I recognize it, I'll stop everyone to apologize, even if it doesn't affect the point at all. I'll stop to apologize. Like I stopped.
That's why you confuse me. That's why I made that point. Is because the fact is that you admit to being a dick. You still do dickish things. You know what the outcome is going to be, and yet you apologize for stuff, and you confuse me.
I know. I confuse everyone because of that exact reason. Because, look, okay, so, like, when I'm with my fucking, queer, trans, what's the word? Aneurotypical, friends. I constantly say shit like that, and they say shit like that back. And that's what I'm used to within my, personal real world friend group. We always say shit like that, and I try not to on YouTube, unless it's like for a joke or a bit or something.
Bitches like me too.
And I just because like I understand what they're saying is some people get offended, but I apologized and said, yeah, it was wrong to say. I mean, like I even told Jason, I'm like, yeah, I said faggot and retard earlier, and. Like before he could get to my second apology on that, he was mad at me about it. And then, of course, fuck you. I'm going to double down. At that point, I'm allowed to.
Well, I can't really yell. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but...
What?
Hey,
well,
sorry, continue.
Hello. Sorry, continue. Yeah, I'm currently calling in.
Dick that interrupted. Go ahead.
Sorry, carry
on. Anyway, I was trying. Great, I lost the fucking point. Thanks, Wildheart.
No.
It's your fault.
No, you got this. What was it? What was it? I want to know. I can't eat my mac and cheese until I know. Damn it.
Don't make me call you Doris.
No.
I just did.
Doris is not her name, but close enough, I guess.
Oh, Doreen? I don't know.
It's Dawn.
Dawn. What the fuck was I gonna say?
He just says Dorn, but sorry.
You know what? Go ahead. I'll remember it.
Who? Go ahead. Who? I mean, I once again, like, I was just frustrated because, like I said, I said, yeah, no, I said this shit earlier. Like, here's the thing. Most of them didn't know I had said faggot and retard earlier on the stream. And I believe I apologized for it a minute later.
Okay. I just remembered. Sorry. Cat.
Go ahead.
But but correct me if I'm wrong. But don't words offend you only if you let them offend you? Like I know it. Okay, let me try again. Don't words have power over you only if you let them have power over you? God damn it! I'm fucking failing at that.
I think the term is offences taken, not given.
Yeah,
Take your fence.
I guess that's a better way of putting it. But yeah.
Take your fence and shove it up your ass, I think is the commonly used phrase.
Hey, I got a quick question for you, Wild Heart. How many bottles have you drank today?
Today it's 9:14, so I have drank that much fortified wine, which tastes like vinegar. It's fucking awful. It really is.
That is better than a liter of whiskey a day. You're improving.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. It's all on the up, and I'm colouring in as well.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah. So you carry on. I'll be here quietly, waiting for opportunities to attack midnight. Yeah. You carry on.
Like I said, I was. Because, like I said, I don't think Jason knew that I had said that earlier, and I admitted to it, and I was going to say that was something I shouldn't say, but immediately people fucking... I think I might have said that, but people were over-talking me while I said it, where I said, yeah, that was fucked up and I shouldn't have said that. And then they jumped on me, so I'm like, fuck you, I can say it. I can say all kinds of shit. And like I said in the stream, I can't fucking tie my shoes right. I can't see out of one eye. I'm fucked up. I have legitimate issues. They don't come with speaking. Like you heard this last night. Because I told you and Knock, I walk like one of the fucking nurses from Resident Evil.
I don't think I heard that. That's weird.
I know Knock did because you might have went off for a minute for that. Because I know Knock was just like, yeah, I know exactly what I got the image exactly when you said it. And because I was talking about, like I expect, like I'm okay with people going in on my disabilities or whatever. Like, I'm okay with that. Like, I want people to make jokes about it.
Yeah, for me, it depends on the person, honestly. I don't know. It's just sometimes, people that make a lot of albino jokes and blind jokes, which, okay, that's fine. But if I'm among friends...
Don't forget the stutter. The stutter as well. That's. Don't forget the stutter. You do stutter quite a lot. I don't know if you noticed.
I give Wild Heart.
Okay, I want you to kick out Wild Heart.
No.
Sorry about that. It was just a joke.
No, I know.
Like, I can understand why sometimes it's an issue. Like, with that, that can be annoying. But it's still ribbing between friends. And I'm open to that sort of shit, with not being friends, right? And I make that very clear, make any kind of joke you want about me. Yeah. And that's why, well, originally the whole reason I went in on Knock about the whole leg thing, and I was the leg, and I was all of those leg accounts, was basically because he said I wasn't good at trolling. And I will admit, I should not have done that. That was fucked up. And Knock and I have talked about it 2 or 3 times now in the past, 2 weeks. But, it was fucked up. And he knows, and I think that's why he never brought it up, because I apologized for this months ago, almost a year ago. This was 7, 8, 9 months ago that I apologized. I was like, yeah, he just said I wasn't good at trolling, and I didn't realize it was going to actually make him upset. That was fucked up. I was just playing by my rules. I didn't realize my rules were his rules, were not his rules, and because and this is the thing I think people have an issue with is I I am fully open. Like, come at me with whatever. Go ahead. I like that. And
What are you doing, Wildheart?
he's drawing.
Cullen.
Yeah, he's coloring.
Oh, nice.
But I'm very open with the fact of, hey, go in on me on whatever. And I sometimes forget that other people don't have those rules. And I really try to, that's why I apologize for shit. Like, because some people don't follow the rules I do.
Yeah, but you did it too much during Girl Stream. I was like, wow, Kat, this is too much even for you.
Well, because I didn't know if they heard me. With Gur in particular, I was just trying to be like, hey, look, you're drunk. I mean, you keep on kicking me out. Like, I don't want to step on you or anything. I just want to make sure if, this is a fun thing. Because, like, I'm aware of the fact that, like, MathPig and I have an understanding. We'll talk mad shit about each other. We'll fucking go in on each other hard. But, that's for funsies. It's for, people like watching it. It's fun, right? Like, I love MathPig. He's great people. MathPig was one of the few people...
See, I don't love MathPig. I love his wife. I hope he hears this and he's like, what?
He doesn't have a wife.
Oh, girlfriend, whatever.
Oh, yeah, his girlfriend, yeah.
Yeah.
His daughter is so fucking cute. Oh my god!
I hear.
Oh god! I just doxed MathPig's daughter.
And I hear highly intelligent as well, like father, like daughter, or
yeah,
kind of. I'm pretty sure his daughter's smarter.
I love MathPig. MathPig's great people.
Yeah.
And I will just say, MathPig is one of the people. This was at the beginning of the knock drama, where I was super confused and Mac apologized because he didn't know I wasn't a part of this shit at the time. He was just told I was. So I didn't look into some of the shit. He did. He didn't look into some of the shit. There's fault on both ends. It's all water under the bridge. But when he was saying, like, I did all this shit, he went and told MathPig, like, oh yeah, don't fucking trust Kat. She's a doxing piece of shit. And MathPig was like, oh yeah, you don't think I know Kat? Oh yeah, I know Kat. She's a fucking piece of shit, but she's good crack. And it's like, MathPig's like, oh, thank you, I make my own fucking opinions. And and MathPig doesn't give me shit. I mean, well, he gives me shit about being friends with Will, but not real shit. It's all meme shit. And that's what I like. I don't know. I'm sucking MathPig's dick right now, and don't tell anyone, because...
I mean, how big is it? Inquiring minds want to know.
Well, it's corkscrew-shaped.
So he's a duck? What the fuck?
He's a pig.
Pig.
Pigs
Oh, I guess pigs also have corkscrew dicks, which is odd.
Sorry, I don't know. SPM, you've been quiet. I don't know if you had something to say. I just kind of took over that talking about pig dicks for a minute there.
Oh, cool. I'm just listening.
Why the fuck would nature produce like corkscrew? What?
Spooky has the absolute best voice ever.
Yeah.
SPM, have you heard Spooky's voice?
And thanks Spooky for putting me onto this stream as well. I have my own stream going, but I'm muting myself and turning my camera off.
Okay,
so
why do you do this every fucking time? you go on your own stream, then you fucking leave or just...
I'm just lazy. It takes about 5 minutes to set up a new stream, so I just keep it going and join other people's.
Well, at least you admit you're lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched that Game Mania a lot of it last night as well. It was quite good. I enjoyed it. There were lots of different people in that I didn't know, and lots of interesting topics and discussion. I thought.
Most of it was phenomenal.
Yeah, I was just surprised.
I thought it was actually a really productive stream.
Yeah, I thought
for the most part.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. Which stream? The one we just left, or the other one? I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
Yeah, the one we just left.
Oh,
That was
Yeah, I thought it was really
most
good.
of that was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just the end. It just evolved, and I was super confused. And I understand, once again, I don't think any of them were doing it maliciously. They were just taking, and I think that's a legitimate thing you can talk to me about, or, talk about what I do, where I say offensive things, because I do. But usually I apologize for it, once again, unless it's a bit or a joke, in which case I don't, because that's the whole point, is it's supposed to be a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They brought up, Will says, tranny or whatever, and it's like, yes, that's because it's a joke I'm in on. Like, the whole tranny slave thing, that's not something Will came up with. That's something other people accused me of being, and we just leaned into it. Like,
Yeah, I
it's
totally
like-
got it when you said that, and it was like, and then they were quiet for a second, and then it crescendoed into something else, and I'm like,
yeah, they completely ignored what I said.
yeah. I mean, they do that to Lisa all the fucking time. She has to
Yeah.
say something like 8 times before anybody gives her a chance, and then it's like she gets 2 words into it, and then somebody else cuts her off, and it's like, God damn it, people.
Well,
Maybe George
hold on. I
Carlin.
want to like.
To be fair, 90% of the time it's Otangelo.
Yeah, I want to say something
Yeah.
really quick. Gur is transphobic and misogynistic. Okay, Gur.
Stop attacking his family. I don't know. I do know
What?
Lisa does get kind of, and there are times, because I've been in streams where I've actually went into a stream because I was watching and Lisa didn't shut up for 20 minutes, and I had to go in and be like, holy fucking shit, Lisa, shut the fuck up. And I know Peter is mad that I did that to him, but it's I did that to Lisa, and Lisa was just like, yeah, you're a cunt, or I think she called me a bitch or whatever, but she's like, yeah, okay, that's actually fair. And we were friends we're still friends and everything. It's the same thing Leo Felius. I've gone in also on Gur's stream, on other people's streams too, where I'm like, Leo, shut the fuck up. You've been talking nonstop for 18 minutes. Just shh. And I do this to people all the fucking time where it's like, okay, you've made the stream boring now. Just shut up and let someone else respond. Okay, if you need to take 5 minutes to elucidate a point, that's fine. But, I've been, I went from, my bedroom to the bathroom, I took a piss, then I went and I made lunch, and then I came back, and I got halfway through lunch, and you're still talking and no one else has, yeah, I'm going to come in and tell you to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And, I understand, that needs to happen with me sometimes, and I try, if someone talks, let them speak. But I fail, but I try. And I think
but
that's
you're
important.
usually piping in with something to lighten the mood or change the mood away from people being bitchy about something or something like that, and it changes the topic a little bit. Even if someone's just saying, shut up, cat,
Yeah, right.
So
that's the thing.
I get why you do it.
That's the thing. It's I pipe in, I don't want shit to be, negative necessarily. And I know everyone thinks I come in. I know everyone thinks I come in to cause dumpster fires. I really don't. I only cause dumpster fires if the person who's streaming wants a dumpster fire. Because I can make one. I can make one out of nothing.
I know you got. So many people are so good at that. I suck at it. I get too triggered and I freeze up and I don't know what to do other than see a wall of red and it's like, oh, and it's like, yeah, see how fast you can set off Valerie. 3, 2, 1, go. Every fucking time.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I love arguing with people. That's why normally I'm super well composed.
Yeah, I miss that. God damn it. That's why I used to do with D&D. We would try to kill the DM because he was trying to kill us, and then we'd have philosophical or political or whatever talk afterward while we were all getting stoned and drunk, and then we'd be talking while we're trying to go to sleep. Half of us are asleep. 3 of us are up, still drinking and still philosophizing about bullshit and thinking, if somebody thought of this, I bet you it's real somewhere. And we came up with some really good thoughts that I'll never remember. And it was all bullshit. And nobody knows how to bullshit anymore. It all gets too serious. That's why I always get triggered, because I can never tell if someone's kidding or not.
Hey, Kat, I just want to say thanks for having me. I'm gonna go.
All right. Hey,
see how you were. You got.
What was that?
I'll talk to you next time.
Have a good one, friend.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, good to see you too, Will. Sorry. I'm fucking tired.
No, wrong Dave.
Whatever, fuck you. Wait, did you just dox Will?
Yeah. Will's name is David Stone.
Oh. Okay. Are you being serious, or is that one of his aliases?
Oh, SPN left. I was gonna ask her a question about D&D. Fuck.
Yeah, that's
shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go, honestly.
All right. Well, I'll talk at you later, friend.
Before midnight goes, can you change the format? I know midnight doesn't like the 3.
I cannot. Oh yes, I can.
That's better. Yeah.
Well.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go. I don't know. Sorry.
Right.
Bye.
Yeah, I'll talk at you later.
Cheers, midnight.
Have a good night, midnight.
Yeah. SPM. I was trying to get a D&D group of people. I want to, because Sassy Heathen has never done like D&D.
I'm used to tabletop. I've never done it online in any way, even just remotely type of thing, and just have the camera and paperwork or whatnot. I've never done it like that. And
we don't even need to have paperwork. So
okay.
It's the D&D 5e companion app.
Okay.
It's super easy. You can, you can do like a fillable PDF sheet or whatever. We don't really need anything. I'll be the DM. I just need some form
on the spot and keep it for that little game.
Yeah, and like it can be, I was thinking about doing like a series of like one shots.
That would be fun, but they can be confusing if you try to piggyback them.
Oh, that's the thing. I have a short series of one shots that's loosely based off of Cutthroat Kitchen.
How recent is that?
It's something a friend of mine made. It's about, I don't know, a year old.
Okay.
But that's it. I played through it while he was the DM. Oh, that was pretty fun. I also have a couple of I've got a couple of entire campaigns, like the because Wizards of the Coast put out a bunch of free campaign things. Yeah. Oh yeah. If you go on to Wizards of the Coast and you go on to their like free downloads section, they have entire free downloads of like campaigns and stuff. And like a lot of them are, you can download them for free during this particular time. And I have a couple of those on my phone. And I've run a couple of those in real life. I just want to run one, online, on stream, because I think that'd be fun.
It would be a hell of a lot of fun, because a friend of mine turned me on to the streams that do that as a profession type of thing. They have, and I'm like, man, that looks like so much fun. Remember when we used to do that like 20 years ago?
Yeah.
I'm old.
Oh,
Not 20 years ago, but like 12, 13 years ago at least more like 15 years ago was the last time I played. And it was all her world. And it was first and second edition mostly, maybe some of third edition. So it was old.
Yep. D&D, AD&D, probably 2.5 and 3E. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Fuck. I still have my books too, and I still have my Vampire Masquerade, the LARPing. Too.
I love that.
That would be hella fun to get into that, because, it would be perfect on stream.
Yes.
Go to downtown in a city in general. I have like 4 different cities I could pick for downtown in my area, and they all look the same type of thing. And it'd be hella fun to do a mini LARP game just in a local park around, evening when everybody's going home and stuff like that, but you still have time to act stupid on your phone because everybody expects it.
Yeah.
But yeah, doing stuff like that would be hella fun. Well, I mean, we're supposed to quarantine. How better to do that than play a tabletop game online, right?
Right. That's
I could suggest stabbing yourself in the throat. I think that would be more fun.
Yeah.
Wildheart, you just don't understand. You're not nerdy enough to get how amazing tabletop games are.
I'm old school geek from the 80s, 90s era. I was born in 80, so it's like all the stuff that I used to play, people are coming back with, but it's all online. I'm like, what happened to the books and the dice and hold it in your hand shit? And I heard somebody talking about that, and they were my age, and I'm like, damn, I'm old.
I know everyone always, when I do D&D stream, or like I usually do D&D over Discord when I DM. Actually, I do D&D over Discord when I don't DM. But like I just trust people, when they roll their physical dice to, give me a real, what actually happened, because all the people I play D&D with, I know are going to give legitimate,
Yeah.
Because I know if they're going to be lying, because they're going to be saying it different,
Yeah.
And they know that, and they want to play the game for the game. They're not there to win; they're there for the story. And most of the people I play with have like 4 or 5 different characters on backlog. So if they lose one, they don't care. They could just pop in with a new one.
Characters all at the same time. Talk about confusing when you have 7 players and 14 characters. And 3 of them are NPCs.
Oh yeah.
No, we really got into it. That's why I was saying that we would have philosophical talks afterward, because we would put real gods into it too. It's like, fuck it. This is what this god should do. It goes in line with this one. Let's tweak it a little bit and work it for our world. And it's like, the main thing that Gygax said about the books was that they were a guideline. They weren't a rule that you had to follow like a video game. They were a guideline, and your imagination takes it where you want it to go. That's why so many people did the satanic panic scare with it in the 80s and 90s, is because people were using their imagination. You don't know what they're going to do with that. It's not on a format.
I've been to Gygax's grave 6 or 7 times.
Really?
Nice. Okay, I used to run a cemetery in Lake Geneva.
Oh, wow.
He was buried in a cemetery in Lake Geneva. It was like a 4-minute drive. Like, I was outside of Lake Geneva, but I was technically within city limits. So it was like a 4 or 5 minute drive to get in. And like the cemetery where he was buried is right the fuck there. And I would go there a couple times, just
sounds like my area.
Yeah. And it was super fucking cool. He's got a nice little fucking gravestone and everything, and people always leave stuff on it.
Hell yeah.
Like,
you'll always find a 20-sided die there, or 100-sided, maybe a 30-sided. I've seen, the first time I saw a D3 was on Gary Gygax's grave. And I was so confused, because I was used to, like D&D 3.5 or, D&D 5e. And, like, most of those don't use... Those things can hurt when you peg it at your friends at the table.
Yeah, and I saw that, and I'm like, what the fuck?
That's all they're really good for half the time, though. My DM, she had to make different ways that she could use them so we could use all our dice. Everybody had, like, double and triple sets and shit. I had the ones with the unicorns and the... it was a Wizards of the Coast set. the unicorns and the chaos symbols and all that kind of stuff on them. I think they were black and red. Those were cool. Yeah. It was only a 6-sided set, though. I didn't get a chance to get the rest of them. They were out of stock at the store. Yeah, the mall I live near and everything. Oh, you're raising your hand.
No, sorry, that lower lane in the side chat just give me the...
rock on. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the mall that I had, or I don't know if it's still going. They've been kind of weeding it out and built another mall not that far away from it. So it's like, yeah, fuck you people. We're going to take your business. They started charging rent too high. But anyway, when Wizards of the Coast was in it, I mean, people were in there all the time. My friends were going there every day after school. And if they were out of school, they were going there every day to play a game or something like that. A few friends of mine did tournaments. They even started their Pokemon Go or Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh card tournaments there and everything. We cried when it shut down.
We had a place.
This town is built on geeks and Navy nerds and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we had a place. Where I'm from, is actually famous for Geraldo Rivera being punched in the face at the KKK rally. But
oh yeah, sorry.
yeah, I do not approve of Geraldo Rivera being punched in the face by KKK members. Just I'm on Geraldo Rivera's side.
That's so epic, though.
But
my claim to fame, Geraldo Rivera was punched here. Sorry.
But we had when I was in high school, we had 5 or 6. I mean, actually, before I was in high school. So originally, the city lost a lot of fucking people because GM used to be there, and then they left, and then a shitload of people left. When I was 8 or 10, we had well over a dozen different game shops, but then the population dropped, to 1/5 of what it was. And
yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, we didn't have any fucking game shops. And then I was 22, and I just moved back into the city. And I went to what used to be, it was an antique shop / vintage nerd shop originally. But they got bought out. Oh, it was so cool. I got a fucking, I got a fucking Elvira figurine. Because I love Elvira. Oh, she's great. And a mint edition Elvira figurine, and in the fucking box and everything, it was one of the ones where she was already postured and everything in the box.
Yeah.
And I got it for $40. Nice. And because the dude bought it for dirt fucking cheap. Right. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, $12 or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, he bought it from he bought it at a flea market and a lot of other shit. And
then he probably paid $2 to $6 for it.
yeah. And and it was super fucking great. I bought that, I loved that. I loved going in there because they had all kinds of fucking cool shit, right? They'd have, they had a section of old, Magic the Gathering cards, shit that was, no longer used for, competitive stuff, shit that was, worth $1,000 fucking dollars, or 3 cents, depending on, what the fuck card it was. They had
I have
old
boxes of them that I've been debating whether I want to actually play or get rid of them too.
Ooh,
I have some signed ones.
Oh.
Yeah. One of these days, on my page, that's Facebook, on my channel, I'll put up some of the different geek stuff I have, because I have a lot of stuff that I need to get rid of, but a lot of it I need to get rid of by eBay, because when my ex left, he left everything, which means a lot of Magic cards. I have ones from the first string from when it first started. I have Jihad, Vampire Jihad cards. I have a little bit of that when it first started, and then the next year it went out of print and they no longer did the game, so I'm sure that's worth something. I'll never be able to play it because I don't know anybody who has any. Jihad cards are, I don't even see anybody selling them outside of eBay. So it's like, that's my daughter's school.
I can get you in touch with someone who will buy that shit, or someone who knows who will buy that shit. Like, look, okay, I know a lot of people. I never got into cardboard crack. Okay, that was never my thing. I was much more into like Dungeons and Dragons and like 40K. 40K is also extremely expensive. But
wait, what exactly is that?
Warhammer 40K?
Oh, the figurines. I never got into the game, but I always wanted to collect the figurines because the painting of them and everything, very therapeutic. I still have some of them. My mom ended up getting some of them when we were kids and everything, like 90s. And they're just bare pewter. They never got painted or anything.
You probably have fucking squats then. Oh, if you have squats, you have money. They're dwarfs on like floating motorcycles. If you have the dwarfs on motorcycles, you have real money.
I don't know if I have those. I know we have some wolves and some wizards. My brother might still have that because he got into it for a little bit. I don't know if he kept his stuff though.
Oh, you might have regular Warhammer then. You might actually have regular Warhammer. Yeah.
The original, yeah. I haven't played any kind of game like that in way too long. I mean, all the stuff that I have would be considered antiques. You know, first string and shit like that.
That's why I always want people to, I want people to play D&D 5e with me, because 5e is super easy, right?
Okay.
The character.
I always had issues with all the technicalities of everything. The imagination, I have no problem.
Oh yeah,
I'm very imaginative.
The way I run shit, I'm a very rule of cool DM, because
whatever flows works.
Yeah, well, if you can find something that works, that's within like a character trait. I mean,
that's what I used to do too. I mean, shit, we had werebees. The way we got them was by wereberries, not in the book.
Ooh.
And my character was a mountain lion that had like 6 legs and shit like that. I romanticized the fuck out of that character. Cinder Rex, I still have the character sheet, all handwritten and everything. I mean, all the stuff that I used to play, people stopped playing it for such a big chunk of time. They got all technical and all that kind of stuff. And I get lost in the weeds there. But when it comes to doing your backgrounds and make it all cohesive, she was writing a book, all this shit. And she had a Pandora effect go, and we broke the world. She was writing a book, and she was trying to get us to go in line with the book. We're like, fuck you. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to play the game. And then she let one of our friends who's military, and quite the wily one, he made a character that was a kinder, which is a thief, and tiny, and a leprechaun. And this bitch, oh my God, he went after a queen, raped her, and then told the high priestess that she's a whore and to do his bidding. And somehow he got the prince to give him his crown, and then he told him to go murder the queen. I'm like, this is the shit that should be in the book. Not the shit she had. And oh my God, it was so much fun because it was stupid and nonsense. That was the best part about it. And I don't know if I could ever recreate something like that.
Oh, trust me, we can.
It would be fun and it would be awesome.
I didn't think I would ever be able to recreate shit, because like I was in the anime club in high school. Yes, I'm a nerd. Yeah, but the anime club would do lock-ins where we'd be locked in the school at night. You know, we'd get fucking pizza delivered, and we'd drink soda and eat pizza and play.
The geeks always did the cool shit. And the ones that say, "Oh, you're just a geek," they don't know how much cool shit we did.
I know. We used to play like our group, we played Dungeons and Dragons. This was like, I think 3rd edition. I don't think it was even 3.5 yet, because we didn't have the 3.5 books. But
Nice.
I think it was 3rd edition, and we played D&D, and I had a monk who his original job was what's it called? His background was he was a artisan, and I decided, for artisan, he makes wooden horses. That's what he does, and he makes wooden horses. And so I had this femboy monk, and we're playing this, and we got our fucking teachers and everything there, and we would do this after school, but this was at a lock-in, which was super fun. And it's like fucking 3 a.m, and a tree, mind you, I'm like a 5'4" human monk with basically no strength, because this is when monks were entirely dex fighters.
Yeah.
So I had no fucking strength, but I can make wooden horses. And I was like, well, I'm a monk. Hold on. I can take, with all of everything I have, I can take 1 action plus an extra action for free. Plus I get 3 other actions based on skills and perks and whatnot.
How many horses are you throwing at people?
Well, a tree fell on our half-orc.
Oh, shit. How many horses is that?
I made enough horses. I made enough toy horses that the entire tree was toy horses, and then I yeeted one at one of the people. Like, I had that many actions left because I had built my monk that well.
Yeah.
And so I turned the entire tree, because I had the second highest strength, even though I was a dex fighter. It was we did where we rolled, for what your stats would be, and I just wound up with insanely high strength and dex. So that's why I decided to make a monk.
You were lucky with your rolls that day.
Yeah, and I was just like, I'm gonna make, I can't lift up the tree, so I'm gonna make the entire tree into horses. And the teacher was like, I'm sorry, what? And I was like, I picked the artisan background. I can make toy horses. And he's like, no. And I'm like, yes, correct. Let me do this.
Make it so.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I can make toy horses out of this. How long is it going to take, based on my artisan background? And he had me roll, I think 6 or 7 die, and he just kept getting progressively more upset because I was making wooden horses at an obscenely fast rate. out of a tree. Because no one else could lift the tree off it, because I had the second highest strength and I failed that roll. And my immediate next response was, I can make wooden horses. So
you were channeling your inner Christmas elf.
Yeah, and I love that kind of, that's why I love DMing, because I love when people problem solve, based on their background. They'll bring up something.
Use your head.
Yeah, right, exactly. And it's super fucking fun. That's the whole point. You want to have, a role-playing thing. And it's super fucking fun.
And the best part is that everybody says, use your head. And that's one way to develop it. I used to be much quicker witted and all that kind of stuff when I was playing D&D. And it wasn't because of the fact that what was on the page. It was because we learned how to work together and problem solve and all that kind of shit. For fun. Just for fun.
I know. You learn such good... Oh yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Sorry, can I enter the stream? I'm just going to say ears on the koala. I just want to show that. Ooh, and I am streaming this on my stream as well. I just wanted to share with you.
You're good.
Just wanted to show some peace, love, and unicorns.
I just wanted to share
all that jazz.
Yeah, all right.
Oh no, you're good.
Carry on.
Later,
Well,
man.
we used to do all kinds of fucking like. One of my favorite things was like, okay, I made a lizard folk, which,
Right.
by the way, lizard folk are my favorite character to play.
Lizard or wizard? Sorry, I just
Lizard.
put in new
Well,
headphones.
yes. The answer is yes, because I love playing lizard
They are
wizards.
both. Okay, because the other one
Okay.
is Psy Wizard, or I mean Psy Lizard, I think.
Well, lizards, like lizard folk, the race, they make phenomenal wizards. You want to know why? Because
Why?
naked, if you put a decent amount of stats in them, they have like 18 dex. They have like +4, +5 dex. They can't be hit.
Damn.
Yeah, they make phenomenal fucking wizards.
Okay.
And I found
Cast
that
a spell and dodge.
yeah, that's the thing. You can't fucking hit them. And if you do, half the time the shit bounces off because they have natural armor.
Yeah.
They're great.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why people like playing them in Skyrim so much. I never got into Skyrim.
Yeah.
No, I admit it. My ex ruined shit for me. Like back in vanilla WoW, I wanted to play, right? And I really wanted to. I just never had a computer, didn't have the opportunity. Then I had a computer and I got to Second Life instead. And then I met him, and he was in WoW ever since it started. And he made me hate WoW, and he almost broke my computer playing it. Motherfucker. So he ruined the game for me. I hate it.
I would recommend go to Bethesda's website and get Daggerfall. Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall. And then get the Unity patch for it. By the way, Daggerfall's free, and the Unity patch is free.
I've actually had a Daggerfall, yeah.
Daggerfall has, I think, the second largest. It was the largest game map in history up until like 2020, late 2019, early 2020.
Damn.
Yeah. Daggerfall, the map is bigger than England.
I might be able to get into that.
Yeah,
my problem is it's all the technical parts about it, because lately I haven't had much attention span, I guess you could say, for anything but YouTube and like playing Rock Band, because my old gaming systems, they're out of date. I can't even update them online. It's pathetic.
Well, that's why I say Daggerfall is great, because it's I mean it depends if it's because the Unity version is much better than the original, but it's it's like an old it's because Daggerfall is an old CRPG, it's just 3D, back when that was 3D. I mean, where they had the 3D, they had the sprites in a 3D with a lot of fucking air quotes, environment, and that's super fun. Also,
it's kind of like Final Fantasy, how when they started talking, everybody's like, "Wow, they talk now." It's like, yeah, all other games talk though.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you like I don't know, more turn-based role-playing games, Age of Decadence, I would recommend.
I've heard of that one.
Oh, yeah, it's so good. It's brutal, but it's very, like, if you've played older games, like, it's super fun. Arcanum of, okay, look, I'm a massive fucking nerd. I like role-playing games. Sue me. No. Arcanum of...
It's fun to geek out, damn it.
Yes. Of Steamworks and Magic Obscura. Oh, okay. That game, it was made in 2003. It was made by the people who made the first Fallout game.
Okay.
It is so good. Like,
And what's it called again?
Arcanum. If you put Arcanum, it'll probably pop up. But the subtext is of Steamworks and Magic Obscura.
Okay, I'm gonna look that up right now.
Magic with a K. But yeah, it's probably like $8. Get the good old games version instead of the Steam version. Don't get the Steam version. I only say that because I had both. The Steam version glitches more, and I don't know why. And the good old games version comes with the the PDF of the manual, and the game manual is so good on that. Like, it's written like the origin of the species, or like any other scientific, thing written back then. In the fucking 1800s, because it's based, in their version of the 1800s, and it's written in that same way, and it's so fucking cool because it talks about the different species of humanoids in the game.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, and at the end, it actually has a real recipe for banana bread. It's so cool.
Huh.
Yeah, I love it.
I want to make that.
And the game
I've been getting into making different baking stuff, so anytime something like that comes up, a friend of mine learned how to make claw. I can't remember what that was off of.
Oh, I don't even know what the fuck this is.
I think it was Star Trek, but I'm not sure. It's a drink.
Yeah.
It's like a chocolate drink or something like that. Yeah. She learned how to make that, and she made it for us once, and I'm like, this is good. Where'd you learn this? Star Trek? Wait, what? I think it was Star Trek. I can't remember exactly.
No, that tracks. Because, okay, as a very vigorous Trekkie, we do shit like that. Where here's the thing,
her parents were like that too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I fucking love Star Trek. Star Trek's fucking great.
Here it is, Arcanum: A New Age of Magic.
No. It's. I mean.
It says A New Age of Magic at Skyrim. It's from Next.
Oh no, not Skyrim. It's
NexusModus.com.
It's a whole fucking. It's its own game. Like I said, you should look it up on Good Old Games. If you type in Arcanum, it should pop up. Like I said, it's less than $10. It's fucking phenomenal. You can. Okay. You can kill literally anyone in the game. And it doesn't matter because you can pick up the storyline at any point where you run into anything story specific. It's so good. Like, yeah. You can completely remove yourself from the storyline, do other shit for like months worth of in-game time, and then accidentally stumble upon something, and they'll give you a story cue, and then it'll pop up in your journal. And by the way, the specificity of your journal depends on your intelligence level. So, like, if you take the Bride of Frankenstein start, you don't talk well, to people, but you're super smart. So your journal is super detailed, but everyone thinks you're an asshole because you talk dumb. And it's
so it doesn't help you much.
Well, yeah, but like your journal will tell you exactly what to do and where to go and like what you learned. But like if you have lower intelligence, you're not going to have as detailed of a journal. And I think that's fucking neat because your intelligence directly affects, the journal function in the menu, right? I think that's super cool. It's a fucking great game. It's very D&D because they based it on D&D. I mean, they based it on Fallout, but Fallout was based on D&D. So it's
kind of circular there, but it works.
It's such a good game.
Let's see.
I would recommend this to anyone. It's super fun. You can do it like,
Okay.
well, I mean, what kind of character do you like? Do you like a one-eyed knife thrower? You can be a one-eyed knife thrower. Do you want to be a pyromaniac?
Well,
You can be a pyromaniac.
I
Do you want
could
to be
do
the
that.
Bride of
I'm a little bit of
Frankenstein?
a firebug.
You can be a
don't
Bride of
you,
Frankenstein.
I always end up playing guys though, unless
Right.
it's like my were characters. They were guys, and one character that I had that was female was a cross between a big cat, pick a big cat basically, but I picked Puma
Ooh.
and Dragon. So that one was interesting, playing it out. As I couldn't decide if she was a character, a full-on character, or if she was kind of a pet. So she was just a companion to my other character, and it was interesting.
I just on a technical point, don't you need depth perception to be a knife thrower? Isn't that
You
a big
can
thing?
throw the stats to make it so that you're the best knife thrower ever.
That's let me just say, the background, you get extra points towards, throwing a skill,
Mhm.
but you lose points in perception because you only have
Right.
one eye. So
Right,
it's actually a really fun background to take because
Yeah.
like you're gonna have to pump points in your perception to,
Mhm.
because it's
So
like,
you're constantly working on it.
yeah, or you have to pump points into, like learning how to make Molotovs. Because if you learn how to make Molotovs, sure, it doesn't matter if you're that accurate. You just need to be slightly accurate, right?
Just needs to be in the vicinity.
Yeah, right. And it all of the backgrounds are super cool, and different races and different genders have different backgrounds. And I will say I am kind of disappointed because you can't be a female like gnome or dwarf
What?
or halfling. It's
Well, with a
explained.
dwarf, you can't tell the difference.
I know. Okay, that
Except
was
for
my
tits.
big thing. Yeah, but it's explained in the canon where, because they were originally going to make a second game, but at this point,
I don't know. Procreate if they're no females.
Wait,
no,
what?
they have females. They just all have beards.
All right. Okay.
But
Yeah, with dwarfs and gnomes, they
oh, you cut out there, bud.
Oh, sorry.
Okay,
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say you go ahead.
Oh, yeah, basically with dwarves and what was the other one? Gnomes. They basically look like the men, except for they have more tits. That's about it.
Yeah.
At least on the outside of the clothes, anyway.
That's fair enough. Yeah. I just thought if there were no female gnomes, and that'd be tricky making more gnomes.
Well,
Yeah.
Dwarves are notoriously hard to tell the difference in most fandoms. Gnomes, you can tell the difference. It's just a bit wonky.
Like Secular said with the breasts and no beard. I think that would be the main.
What
Yeah.
about secular?
Yeah.
Oh, SP. Okay, you're talking
It
about
also
SPM,
depends-
not secular opinion. Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, it also depends on which version of gnomes you're using too, because there's
Yeah.
like what 2 or 3 different ones. I usually go by David the Gnome version. They all do
David
look
the
very
Gnome.
much the same. I miss that show. I told you I'm old.
Yeah,
David the
okay.
Gnome, Maya the Bee.
hey, I get so much shit because, okay, I'm from fucking rural shit, fucking nowhere. Like, I didn't have internet. Like, I didn't have TV. So, like, I got the shit people from, 8 or 9 years, who were born 8 or 9 years before me got. So, I grew up on fucking David the Gnome. I grew up on all these fucking older shows because, that's what we had. Or,
Kind of like Nick
we
at
had
Night. That's how I got most of that kind of stuff when I was a
like
kid. Was Nick at Night.
I didn't get Nick at Night until I was like 9 or maybe 10.
That's about the age I started too.
Well,
Maybe 13 at the most.
I was fucking shocked because I had most of what I seen was like Barney, David the Gnome, Gumby,
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Oh shit, I haven't seen anything about Gumby lately. I'm surprised that hasn't been bastardized yet, like Peppa the Pig. God, I fucking hate Peppa the Pig. Fuck that pig.
Yeah. Right?
They bastardized that so bad, like with the needles and shit, and Peppa going wonky and all scary looking. I mean, that shit scars me. And I told my kid, no, you cannot watch Peppa anymore. Not only are you acting like her, but I'm straightforward with her on a lot of things. And that was one that's like they make it horrific. I don't even like it. You cannot watch that. But I like Peppa. I'm sorry, honey. First, you got to stop acting like her. And second, no. Just no.
Welcome to my life of, for 3 or 4 days out of the week, I watch, my nephew. He's nonverbal autistic. And I have to, because like half the time, if he just wants to fucking fuck around on his phone and watch shit, I usually just let him, whatever, because usually he's like, even if I'm doing something else, he's, within, 3 feet of me or something like that. Like, usually I'm on the couch and he's on the chair right next to me.
Yeah.
But
that sounds about right for my nephew too.
Yeah, sometimes he's in his room, and like I'll hear shit, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what the fuck that is, but I gotta fucking change that shit. I don't know, like whatever that is ain't kosher. Like I don't. That's not okay. Like I'm hearing Spider-Man fucking Elsa, and the fact that I can understand that's what's happening from, a door away. I don't like that.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
And their imagination is so, I mean, it's so expressive. You never know which way it's gonna go.
Yeah, and we've got it between me and his parents. We've got it figured out where his phone only does. We've basically got it so that it's mostly just like PBS Kids stuff. Like educational. Like it's got games. It's got a video app. They can watch videos. He can watch YouTube videos. He's just, we've got limited on what it took way longer than I thought it would to eliminate those types of videos. But yeah, we got it so he can watch those, and I'm very glad because I don't want him shoving needles in my eye and screaming Peppa Pig at 2 a.m. when I wake up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. My nephew's he's like 13 now, and he's very autistic. He's still in the parroting phase, and he's very good with his hands, but he has claws. He's the type that likes to bite and claw and stuff like that, and takes it out on my sister. Oh my god, her arms are so scarred up. But he likes to watch the Lego stuff and Play-Doh, and the stuff. He'll be sitting there doing his thing, and my sister will come up and ask him, "What you do?" And he's like, "Making stuff." And then he zones out on his tablet for a while, and I'm like, "Yeah, I wonder what he's making." He comes up with some pretty good stuff too.
I always get this. I mean, this is something people might not know about me. I work with special needs people. I've worked with special needs people for quite a while, since before COVID.
Yeah.
And
nice.
Like, well, it's super weird because it's like, dude, like, okay, because they were asking me all these weird questions, like, what do you think about differently abled individuals?
Right.
I'm like, they're people. What do you mean? What do you mean when I think about that? It's a fucking stupid asshole question. And I
Yeah,
wound
it
up
is.
getting an argument with him, with the lady giving me the fucking interview for like 20 minutes about how that's a fucking stupid question. What do you mean they're fucking people? Don't, don't, don't. They're regular fucking people. They just need help with shit occasionally. We all do.
Yeah.
And, and
People don't think about the shit they say.
yeah, it's just like, they're just normal fucking people for the most part. And like, I know people who are non-verbal, and they're some of the nicest people. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I worked with a guy. I hired a guy with Down syndrome. He was one of my best fucking workers. He never complained, and like, I never, put him in a position where he was being overworked or anything. But
Right.
like, I'd be like, hey, you know, we're working 8 hours straight today digging this hole. Never fucking complained. Super happy the entire time.
Great for
Like,
morale.
yeah, super fucking phenomenal guy. And the
Mm-hmm.
other guy I worked with, nonverbal. The man was built like Andre the Giant's bigger cousin.
Nice. Big
Oh,
gentle giant.
oh my god, he hugged me once, and I thought I was gonna die. I legitimately, I feared for my life. He hugged me, and I thought in my head, I'm like, I'm dying. This is my death. This is where I die.
Have you ever had to read the book of Mice and Men in school and then watch the movie?
I never read a single book in school, honey. I just
Ah, they
pretended.
had the movie too, though. We had to read the book and discuss it, and then we got to watch the movie, and everybody enjoyed the movie. Barely anybody read the book, but it's like he reminds me of the one of the main characters in Of Mice and Men. I just yeah, what it was that the main character was he reminded me of a young Trump, but not quite so devious. And just they were going around. I think it was the 40s. It was during the Dust Bowl and everything, and they were
Yeah,
being hired hands at uh, different farms and stuff like that. And the other guy was. I think it was played by John Malkovich in the movie, but he was a big burly dude, but he was very simple. And so the other guy was kind of like his manager in a way, but they were friends since they were kids because, everybody picked on the simple guy because he was so big and everything, and all the other kids were afraid of him. So he stuck up for him, and they've been traveling ever since.
yeah.
That's what that reminds me of.
Oh, I got the guy. I'm not gonna fucking dox him. I'm not gonna give his real name. But
Okay.
the dude, he had it's okay. I work as a DSP. An assistant for people who need help with shit. That's
Yeah.
basically that's what it is. I work with special needs people, and this lady, she was the government version of that. They have a different name in
Right.
Wisconsin, at least. I don't know what the fuck they call it, but she was essentially the same thing. And like, I found the guy, and I used to go there. Well, I was a grave digger. I was running my own cemetery, and I used to see him there. And mind you, the dude's like 6'8" and like 350 pounds, easy.
Damn.
Right? Like, he's an absolute unit of a dude, and he's flipping
Mountain.
burgers. Yeah,
Whoa.
and yeah, and I was just like, like, I talked to his boss one day, because like, me and a couple of buddies of mine who also dug graves, we'd go there and we get fucking gyros or hot dogs or burgers or whatever the fuck we were eating that night. And
As you do
come,
after digging graves.
yeah. Well, we all come. Well, we all lived in the same city, but we all worked in different cities. So
Okay.
once or twice or 3 times a week, we'd come. We all go to that place in southern Wisconsin, and grab a couple of beers and talk shit about our day, and eat greasy food and whatnot. And I talked
Hell
to his
yeah.
boss, and I'm like, hey, I know I come here on the weekends, and he ain't ever working. Does he want work on the weekends? Like, I've noticed, he doesn't work here full time because I come here a lot, and because I actually lived in the city, I lived like 2 blocks away. Everyone else lived, way the fuck out. Well, everyone else worked way the fuck out, but they lived, roughly nearby. And I was just like, hey, I come here all the fucking time. I mean, he need other work. And he's just like, yeah, you're gonna have to fucking, talk to his lady there. And I talked to her, and I'm like, hey, look, I just, because at the time I had just quit, like, working in the cemetery, and I started doing freelance grave digging and other, dig related construction stuff, like, we would, like, during the winter, we'd dig up, like, what do you call those, septic tanks? Because septic companies won't dig up the area during the winter because it's really hard to do. And I have the experience to know how to cut off the sod and move it to the side and then dig it up and then pop the thing open.
Yeah, because you don't want to do that in the summer in case it does puncture or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. I could charge like $300 for that, and that was less than half the price of what the fucking company would charge. So it's like it's like an hour worth of work for 2 people. So we both get about $150, right? Okay, super
not bad.
Fucking easy. And the first job I had this dude on, like, because I talked to his DSP, and I'm just like, hey, look, if he wants work, I can give him some good work when he's not doing this shit. Like, because like I do freelance grave digging, I do other sorts of dig related nonsense, and they had we went to a place where they had underneath their grass, they had about 1.5 feet deep. They had this like 16-foot by 4-foot, like monolith of fucking concrete in there.
Damn.
And, okay, I thought. So I'm just like, all right, it's me and this fucking big motherfucker. This is gonna be like 7, 8 hours, maybe 9 hours. And I think I quoted them at 8 hours. And I was just like, if it goes a little bit longer, you'll get the same price. It's fine. Because, whatever, I'll give the extra, whatever it is, the fucking $15 to the other dude. I don't really give a shit. If it goes an hour over, the dude earned it. And we wound up doing it in 5.5 hours because I was in there, like, I pulled off the side and I set it to the side, and I was digging and he was digging, and, it was going about the pace I was expecting. And then I started breaking it into chunks with my pickaxe. This motherfucker picked up a 300 and some odd pound chunk of fucking concrete and threw it like a basketball. Like, he.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like
he was totally in the wrong profession before.
I just want to say I am an absolute shit person, and I regret most of the things I've did and done. This is one of the few things I'm actually proud of. This man is very highly regarded in the field he works in now, because I called up the local electricians union, and I was like, all right, I have this absolute unit of a dude. I've personally seen him. I actually used to work for them as a ditch digger. I didn't work in the electrician shit. But I was like, look, okay, union folk, like, I know he's not going to be useful in what you do, but you find me someone he's useful for right the fuck now. Like, y'all owe me a favor. Find me a place where this guy can be good. And I explained what the fuck he was able to do, and the dude's making like 30 some odd bucks an hour now. And
holy shit!
Yeah, I am goddamn proud. Like,
I would be too, man.
And I ran into him. I ran into him like 3 years later. Like, I had left Wisconsin and come back, and I ran into him, and he fucking ran up and hugged me. And I was like, oh god, I'm gonna die! The dude's fucking huge. He's doubly huge now because he's been working fucking construction for like 3 years.
You released the beast.
And, well, no, he shaved his face and cut his hair. I didn't recognize him.
Oh, wow. So you had this mountain of a man running at you, trying to kill you with the bear hug of love.
That's the thing. When I knew him, he had a beard down to his nipples and hair down to his ass. And
Damn.
he had like short cut hair, above his fucking ears. He had, stubble and whatnot. And I didn't even recognize him. And he used words. And
he spoke.
Okay, the only words he'd ever said to me were fucking, insults that I taught him.
Nice.
Well, he figured out how to call people cunts and,
oh no,
ugly bastards and whatnot. And like, once again, I saw this dude. I did not realize it was insert name here. And he ran up and hugged me. And I thought, I'm dead. This man is 3 times my size. I'm dead. And he used
good that you didn't die.
Me. No, I didn't. I didn't. Obviously, I'm still here. But he used words at me. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. You can talk.
Man.
Shit.
It's great when you can see a person be in their proper element. All the things that change. Oh yeah.
I don't say that story because it makes me look good. I mean, it might make me look good. I don't really know because I did kind of, hire him out of a, sketchy situation. But that's besides the point.
That's the kind of thing that a person always hopes that they are able to do someday. So kudos for it, man. And besides, he's happy. So it's not like, you put somebody into a situation they weren't happy with and, puffing your chest. You help the person properly.
That's the thing.
So that's cool.
That was the entire thing is, hey, look, find a place for this guy. I know you don't have one within your particular area. Find one for him. And they did. And like I said, cool. And I was gone for years, and I saw him. And I don't know how the fuck he recognized me, because last time he saw me, I had dreadlocks down to my ass that were bright purple.
Oh, damn.
And yeah, okay, right. I had dreadlocks down to my ass that were bright purple. And when he saw me, I had my natural hair color, that was, about chin length.
Yeah.
And
I think Midnight's back.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, sorry.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you, fucking.
Okay, well, hard.
SPM, she's got.
Okay. Okay. First of all, Kat, you have a little static coming from your mic, but that's nothing new.
Well,
I try to hear through it. I'm okay.
Hold up. How about this? Oh, that's because I got fucking 5% fucking battery there, bud.
Yeah.
Oh, that would make sense.
I mean, I told you I wouldn't mind hosting it, but no, it has to be on your channel.
Ooh, bitchy.
Hello again.
Sorry, my PC freaked out.
Your mother freaked out.
I thought it was a different angle.
No, this is a different PC. I'll switch back to the proper one with that.
Are you still going on your stream?
Yeah, it's still streaming this stream. on my screen.
And you know P. Mars will be watching it too.
What a
Yeah.
fucking weirdo you are.
Yeah.
Thanks, Midnight. Again, build me up rather than put me down.
Yeah, well, I stopped trying. I stopped trying building you up because you told me to go fuck myself.
I never said
But
that.
self-love is the best love.
I never said that, Midnight. I would never say that.
Okay. Oh,
He wrote that a long time ago. I think he fell asleep.
Fell
yeah.
asleep.
Spooky bed hair. Sorry, I fucking okay, I don't know. Okay, I'm
Pretty cool.
sorry. I get very Midwestern when. Okay, there are two reasons I get Midwestern, and it's either I get upset or, you know, shit happens mechanically. And by the way, SPM. Oh Jesus
Yes.
fucking Christ! Yes, I will let you back in. Wow, it's gonna take a second.
Okay, are you recharging your phone?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but SPM, you, me, Sassy Heathen. I want to get like 4 or possibly 5 people, and
Okay.
I want a very specific group of people, right? Like, because I think you and Sassy Heathen would be really good.
Yeah, I finally caught her stream this yesterday morning.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious. I couldn't stick through all of it because I had to work and stuff like that. But was it this morning or was it Friday? I think it was Friday.
Which stream? She did a stream about what's his face? Arabic man.
Oh no, it was that one. It was the one with her mom. It was the cooking one in the morning with her mom, and she was reading some Am I the asshole? Yeah.
Yeah, no,
it was funny.
I love Sassy.
No,
Sassy's
wait, no,
fucking
that's
great.
not Sassy Heathen. I'm thinking Savage Minnow.
Oh, I love Savage. Yes, Savage Minnow does streams with her mom cooking, and it's funny
Okay,
because
she's the
Savage
one that I
can't
caught.
cook.
Sassy Heathen, she's okay. She has the avatar with the green and black hair, right?
I'm colorblind.
Huh?
Sorry. I don't know.
Where'd Midnight go? I looked away for a second.
Yeah, he does that.
I don't know. Yeah, Midnight does that.
Fucker. Sorry, but you were saying.
Well, Sassy does she does like what's the word? What's her name? Shani for Christ.
Oh God.
She does vids on Shani for Christ.
Okay, I'll check out some of her stuff.
Actually, her best stuff is not the Shani stuff. It's the Beholder or the Beholden stuff.
Okay.
She's actually really fucking funny. I mean,
yeah, I see her in chats and stuff like that. She's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like Sassy. Sassy's good people. Well,
yeah, playing D&D would be hella fun like that.
Yeah,
because most of the people I talk to right now are you guys online.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I want to gather a group of like people who get along. To because I want to DM because like I have like an entire fucking I have multiple what do you call them, books on my phone. So I can set up multiple different I guess situations.
Different dungeons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's Dungeon Master, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
okay.
like I I figure probably what I want to do is use one of the setup things I have, for the initial introduction of these people, right? And like I said, I want to get like 4 or 5 people that all get along, and like I want to use that and be like, hey, just hey, look, here's a video of people get along. We're doing a D&D stream, blah blah blah. And I just need, like I said, like 4 or 5 people. It's just
that'd be hella easy to do too.
Find 4 or 5 people who get along.
Knock used to D&D too, right? That'd be kind of entertaining.
I would love to have Knock as one of my players. I would love that.
He reminds me a lot of some of the players that I used to play with around here. They've moved on and come back and played game and moved on and come back. I live in one of those kind of towns. Once you've lived in it, you're always going to come back at least once and live there, not just visit too. And it's like a lot of you guys that I talk to remind me of the friends that I used to hang with and stuff like that. Some of them are no more. Some of them live in Hawaii. Like I'm ever going to just be able to visit them type thing. And so it'd be really cool to get that kind of thing back together.
Oh, I would love, honestly, if I could get a stream of like you, Sassy Heathen, like Knock, and someone else as like my players. Mm-hmm. Holy fuck. Jesus Christ, that would be better than sex.
Hell yeah.
I
miss
serious.
days like
Holy
that.
Christ. God damn.
And it wouldn't even have to be content, and it'd be fun.
I know, right? It doesn't even need to be.
But everybody mirroring it at the same time would be hilarious.
Yeah, because there's gonna be so much. Like, everyone in the comments is gonna have different comments, and once again, that's why I want that, because everyone's gonna have different fucking comments, and it's gonna be so fucking fun. Like,
hell yeah. You know what? We should plan for that this next summer coming up. Because everything's always happening, it seems, around Christmas time. So it's like really hard to, get together online to do anything. Everybody's always crunching around, springtime, because they have so much content that they didn't put out in the wintertime. So it's like the summer is when people usually, do their vacationing and stuff like that online. So that'd be kind of a fun vacation. Staycation.
Yeah.
I've just put a link in the private chat. I don't know, Secular Peg and Mum might know this. Nightmare is called, a UK television program. It was based on Dungeons and Dragons. I just thought you might enjoy that. It's really funny.
What's it called?
Nightmare.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can translate from wild-hearted to American, yeah. Okay, I got fucking fucked up because, well, everyone, I don't know, people can't understand Math Pig.
I can.
Oh, right, okay, that was my point. Math Pig has got a very mild accent, like, it's super.
Oh no, he's got a strong accent, but it's easy to understand, though. Well, that's the thing that I like about it, is that it's a strong accent, but it's an understandable accent. I've seen some other content creators, like, hoof trimmers and stuff, with very thick accents.
It's time for a fag.
What's his name?
A fucking biscuit and a fucking tea. I
think you know who I'm talking about. I think it's Sheep Game or something like that. He's got a thick accent.
Yeah.
And Graham Parker, I think, is the other one. He's got a thick one, but you can understand it. It's just like Math Pig. It's a very thick accent, but it's an understandable one. I don't know why he's always like, nobody can understand. Nobody wants to talk like me. It's like, I wish I could talk like you, motherfucker.
I understand, because he says shit like care. instead of car.
Yeah.
And I say
But I guess
car
I'm used
instead
to
of
that
car.
accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's very similar. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying is fucking Irish. Okay, fuck off. People are gonna fucking talk shit about me, especially you, fucking wild heart there with my sorry. I know you're on the fucking shit with the sorry. I know where you're at, but like yeah, I give midnight shit for this all the time because it's like okay, sorry, fuck. Okay, when I speak like this, I generally don't have the accent, correct? I mean, I have a
Right.
slight bit of accent, but I remove the accent. But fuck you there. I got the fucking accent now. I mean, fucking shit there. Irish is basically fucking Wisconsinese, but with a completely different fucking lilt there.
Well, didn't a lot of Irish migrate to Wisconsin and everything like that too?
Mostly it was Germans. And,
German. Okay.
Yeah, like both of my parents grew up with one parent who didn't speak English, and they either spoke Schweitzer or German.
Oh wow!
That in the 70s, Wisconsin was very disturbingly German.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, that's kind of why I had issues as a kid. Besides the point.
Yeah. Very proud people. Yes.
Well, it's super weird because Wisconsin, you'll go into places where I went to a McDonald's once. I drove in, and everything was written in English, and they spoke to me in some kind of Norse that I've never heard, and I just screamed and drove through the drive-through and went to the next town over.
Damn.
Well, I didn't know what to do. What do you do?
I wouldn't know what to do either.
Right?
But I don't know if I'd scream and just go straight through the drive-through, but I wouldn't know what to do either.
Well, I went to the next town and they spoke English and it was fine. But there these weirdly secluded. Okay, look, laugh at me as much as you want. It's fine. I think it's funny as hell too. My reaction was nuts.
Well, you were in the moment at the time. When you're in the moment, everything's crazy.
I got spooked. Okay, look, I went there and I pulled up, and I don't like driving through drive-thrus anyways. So this is some background. I don't like driving through drive-thrus. It gives me anxiety.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense then. Context.
Yeah, and I'm just and everyone's just look, it's gonna be fine. We're just driving through a drive-through at a McDonald's in some random town in Wisconsin. In between where we lived and fucking Superior. Superior's way the fuck up north. But
yeah, and definitely.
We're driving through, and I'm just like, hey there, and then the guy cuts me off and says some shit in fucking Norse, and I'm like, oh, sorry, I don't fucking understand. And then he says more shit in Norse, and I'm like, because I didn't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah, I'm speaking English. I can't understand you. You're making it worse, dude.
Can we define Norse?
Very Wisconsin too. That's
can we define Norse? I thought Norse was a dead language. Do people speak?
Yeah. It not. Okay.
Depends on where you are.
There's an entire It's a tourist attraction called Little Norway in Wisconsin.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. They have full-on houses and shit that have been preserved for hundreds of years. And there are towns where they speak a dead
language.
What was thought dead form of Norse.
You know what?
And they have been for 300 years.
A lot of the people that live there moved here because not that far from me there's a little, it's called Little Norway. Up here in Washington, and it's like they speak other languages. My godmother grew up that way too. She wouldn't be able to translate now because she hasn't grown up or been around it for so long, but she could then because she grew up around it. And she was teaching a little bit to my mom, or no, her mother was. But it's like, it's a totally different land there, and it's not that far away. But I think we got some of your immigrants.
Well, so originally the people who got moved to Wisconsin were tricked to move there. So people in Wisconsin were tricked to move there because they were just like, hey, look, this is super fertile soil year round. It's super sunny year round. And they went there, and it turns out, it's the second most fertile soil on the planet.
Oh.
Yeah. You want to know?
Damn.
You want to know the next most fertile place? The Nile River Valley.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So southern Wisconsin accidentally was the best place to move to if you wanted to farm. But they said it was
much better than the Trail of
round.
Tears.
Oh, well, yeah, a lot of people wound up... Okay, that's actually another fucking interesting topic. Well, a lot of people from, like, out east wound up in Wisconsin. And,
really?
Minnesota. During the Trail of Tears, they fucked off and went north. And wound up in Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan. And that's why there's so many more Native American people in those areas.
That makes sense.
Fucked off. Yeah, they just ran north. Like, they got away and they ran north. And
I remember hearing a little bit about that part. Yeah, in history classes, stuff like that, they always like to gloss over that shit.
Yeah. And
they'll have a small reading and then they'll emphasize the other tribes that, like Panhandle and all that kind of stuff. Those kind of reservations.
Well, where I'm from, I talked to Knock about this last night, actually. We actually really good talk about this. Where I'm from, most of the reservations they're not reservations. They're like sovereign native lands.
Yeah, that's like around me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we have casinos and stuff like that.
Yeah, and like I've been to the res, the poor reservation areas. And they're, god damn, like I grew up poor and they also grew up poor, and like I get, we're on the same fucking level. Like I get it, it's basically
it's like me here in my town.
Park.
Yeah, it's like me here in my town and going. Well, Washington at all?
Yeah, I mean,
and the Yakima Nation and all that kind of stuff, and White Swan, Yakima, Toppenish, all those little bitty towns. I went to Job Corps down there, and I felt right at home. It was ghetto and everything, but that's just like my Navy town here. And it's like, poor, really poor. There was some, hold on a second. There was some really bad murders and stuff like that. And one of my friends from Job Corps was her cousin. The hatchet murders that happened up here where a couple teens killed some old folks with some hatchets with juggalo thing. And it was a friend of mine's cousin and his brother, like street brother or something like that did that. It threw me for a loop. I'm like, you know this kid? Yeah, I grew up with him, used to babysit him. Fuck. So reservations aren't easy.
Yeah,
but
no.
the ones that are around here usually, like, there's a lot of native pride around here. Suquamish, Snoquamish, all the main snow resorts are on native land. All the casinos, like Clearwater Casino and everything, that's native. There's a big on native in this area, um, especially when it comes to anything. Well, greater Northwest and all that kind of stuff. There's all kinds of festivals and all that kind of stuff around here. I think the reservations here are totally different than Midwest too. Oh, sorry, I'm done.
Sorry,
you're muted.
Carry on. Sorry.
All right, I'm. Hold on, I'm trying to fucking plug this goddamn cocksucker motherfucker.
Oh, okay, so you're muted on purpose. Got it.
I'm trying to plug this thing in, and I just. Where is it?
Buy a PC, for fuck's sake. Have you not got a PC?
Hold on to your dick. Oh my god, okay.
I wish I could hold on to mine, and I'm gonna set up now.
Alright. Yeah. Well, it was super weird. Because, like, where I lived, we didn't have reservations. We had sovereign nations. And then I moved, like, southwest of the Midwest. Because I'm from Wisconsin. And, I was in fucking New Mexico for a while. And their fucking reses, holy shit. Bruh. I mean, they were, like, I don't know, I grew up poor. It had nothing to do with my ethnicity or anything. It was just... 3/4 of my family were immigrants, and the 1/4 that wasn't was Native American. And an immigrant. Well, he was adopted by Swiss people, brought to Switzerland, and then brought back to America. So.
Oh wow.
Yes. So he's technically an immigrant.
Yeah.
Well, we're still trying to figure out. We think he's southwest. He's some sort of Southwest Native American, or possibly like further south. We're not really entirely certain at the moment. But I mean, he's dead, and his adopted parents are dead, and we don't have any records of who his actually bio parents are. So the whole thing, but like. The point is, I've been, because like in Wisconsin, if you're just driving north, like, because I lived in southern Wisconsin, if you drive north, you're gonna hit, a native area,
right,
and you just wind up, stopping at the gas station to buy tobacco or a soda or gas or whatever, and it's dirt fucking cheap, and like. If you go to Wisconsin, like if you go to anywhere in Wisconsin, you can get a room of 10 people and be like, all right, who's 1/8 Native American? 4 or 5 people are gonna raise their hands, because Wisconsin,
that's like
that weird area. Yeah, like which is why I was super confused, and this was a me issue because I didn't really register that. I was super confused by Knox pride of being part Native American. Yes, I'm from an area where.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
roommates,
almost dangerous.
Quarter native. I'm quarter native. The people next door are quarter native. 3 doors down, you got a half black, half native dude. Like it's.
Oh, common.
Everyone's native.
What you mean?
Yeah, it's just that's.
Well, it's like people having Irish pride. There's a lot of people that are like, hold on a sec. There's a lot of people that are like only a quarter Irish or less, but they'll say, I'm Irish, and they'll dress the part and everything. So it's like, I can understand. It can be confusing sometimes how a person could be have pride in something when everybody has a little bit of it in them.
Yeah, that's the thing is I didn't I I will admit like because when I went to fucking I moved a few times and I wound up in other places like the French Quarter in New Orleans. I lived there
Oh
two
wow.
separate times. Um, by the way, amazing place to live.
Before or after Katrina?
Oh, way after. Well, the first time a little bit after Katrina. The second time way after Katrina. Which,
So after they
by the way,
rebuilt it.
no, no, no. It was. I was there in 2016, 2017, I think,
Oh,
and they were
okay.
still like that was the second or yeah, it was the second time I was there, and it was just early 2016. I want to say they like they asked me like, hey, do you want to go, help, rebuild places, that were, destroyed in Katrina? And I was like, I'm sorry. Um, what fucking year is this?
Damn.
And they're just like, yeah, no, we still got, shit that's fucked up. And they're just like, okay, we'll give you all the beer you can drink and pizza. And I was like, yeah, sure.
Why not?
I got 3 days off a week. And,
Hey, they feed you, they give you something to do. Why not? Get
yeah,
you drunk at the same
that's the
time
thing.
when you're done.
Yeah, and I would have done it without them bribing me, honestly. I mean, if they would have been like, hey, look, there's still shit that's broken from Katrina that we need help, to give people, places to live, I would have done it. But they
Yeah.
gave me all the beer I could drink and pizza.
Shit,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
I would take that too. I'm not a beer drinker, but I would start loving it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they're
Not
all
like drinking with comrades.
they're all fucking phenomenal people down there, by the way. In New Orleans, everyone is great. Like, I don't understand what they're saying. I don't even think the Welsh understand what they're saying. But they're great people. I don't know what they're saying. They're good folk. Just saying.
One of my really good friends, his mom is living in, is it New Orleans? Well, she's living in Louisiana right now. And she went through Katrina and stuff like that too. And they had a really rough upbringing for him, but they are so tight right now. And yeah, Southern hospitality with her and everything too. One day I will meet this lady. She sounds like a really nice one right now.
Well,
They went through their hardships and they came out the other side better for it.
The first time I went to Louisiana, I was a drifter. Like,
You were what? You
I
broke
was
up.
drifter.
Oh yeah.
Like, my car was my home, and
Okay.
and I had been there before on a mission trip, and I was Christian for like 4 years, and I really was vigorously Christian for those 4 years. I went on a lot of mission trips.
Yeah.
And I wound up back in fucking New Orleans, and I was just like fucking sitting, on the side of the river there, looking at everything, and lady walks up to me and she's like, "Oh hey, this ain't her fucking accent. I can't do the fucking Cajun accent, so I'm gonna do a fucking Wisconsin accent because if I do the fucking Cajun accent, I'm gonna wind up sounding weirdly racist because I cannot remotely do that fucking accent." But well, she just walks up. She's like, "Oh hey there, kid, you want some food?" And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm just, fucking sitting here looking at the sunset. And she's like, well, we can't, we gotta throw away this food anyways, so, do you want it? And I don't know. she wound up giving me it was like $30 to $40 a day, depending on how long I worked, and I got food every day, and like super fucking nice lady. Like she didn't give a shit. She was just like, "Oh, you're poor. Oh no, it doesn't matter that you're not affected by Katrina. You know, you came here and you're poor, and we're gonna fucking give you money. No, we're gonna give food. We're gonna make sure you live for yourself. We do this with everyone." And
nice.
God damn, every single person in that area, and that's why I volunteered to go back. Like when I was working security in that area, I was like, yes, I would love to go back there. Every single person is willing to do that. They will drop everything and be like, oh shit, you haven't eaten in 3 days? I will make you enough food that you won't need to eat for a month.
Damn. Yeah, that's pretty hospitable, I'd say.
Yeah, all of them.
That's the kind of way I am too, except for I've always grown up poor type of thing. But once I was able to, take care of myself, me and my mom were fine and all that kind of stuff. We always fed my friends and well, our friends in general. Yeah, it's hard not to have that kind of mentality.
Yeah.
When you grow up poor and stuff like that, you know what it's like not to have things. When you have things, you want to give. And I don't understand the mentality of people who don't, like my brother-in-law. He's like, I don't like socialism because I feel that you should earn everything and you should keep what you earn. And it's like, dude, you lived off socialism for a while. I don't know what you're talking about. Because he didn't have a job for a while, and neither did my sister.
Yep. Yeah.
So, and he's also working for the government, like contracted type thing. And it's like, you're living off of what you don't like. I don't understand what your gripe is.
Wow. I don't know what the answer they would give is, but I know well is the start of it. Sorry. I don't know.
You're breaking up, sorry.
Oh, hold up. How about now?
I think that's better.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah. It's fuck off. They're bad. Yeah, no.
Can just congratulate Kat on her 50 subs. I've just seen your channel.
Oh, you have 50 subs? Nice. I have 42 now.
I hit 48 in between last time I talked to Wildheart and tonight, and I was super confused.
I think you got one of them. I think you got one of them from me today.
Yes, you actually. Yes,
I'm trying to catch up to you, and I've not done that, so I'm on 45. So,
nice.
Well done.
Oh yeah.
And I'm expecting a party as well, a 50 sub party. That'll be good.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. But I don't know. I just want to say, like, it's super weird because I've lived in rural areas and I've lived in super fucking city fucking areas. Rural areas.
I have yet to.
Live in what? City areas?
I've pretty much just lived in small city and rural for the most part. Yeah, my town's tiny compared to like Seattle. I'm an hour away from Seattle, and it's like to do anything you have to leave town.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. Okay. I lived in Eugene and I lived in Portland for I lived in Eugene when I was homeless because everyone who is homeless winds up in Eugene at some point.
You probably met some people I know there.
I met Jeff Holiday. Like you
did?
Yeah.
Dude, that's cool. Yeah, I'm subbed to his channel. He's awesome.
I love Jeff. By the way, he's the sweetest person, and I hadn't talked to him in years. And I put a message in his side chat in like a stream, I don't know, 9 months ago or something like that. And he was like, "Oh shit, Cat." I was like, "How the fuck You haven't seen. You talked to me 3 times. How the fuck did you remember my name?
Nice.
That's
That's
what's great
pretty
about Jeff.
good.
I love Jeff. That's what's great about him. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Him and his wife seem like they'd be really awesome people to hang out with and shit. Shoot the shit over some beers. He
did
has
that.
seen some things.
And
was it fun?
It was. It wasn't the best day of my life, but it's in top 5.
Sweet.
I think it's number 3. I'm gonna say it's number 3. It was really fucking. It was great.
Was it before or after the Cal Jam thing that he did? I think that. That was like 2 years ago. I think.
I was gonna say it was way before that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jeff still had dreads.
Oh damn. Yeah, that's quite a jump there. Because he practically shaved his head in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I missed my hair. I'm like, I miss your hair too.
I love Jeff with hair, and I also love Jeff without hair, and I love Jeff in the Cal Jam thing, and
with the blonde, with the blonde faux hawk and shit. That was awesome.
That is so slept on. It really bothers me that people don't talk about that. Like, that was such a great blow against anti-vax people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I saw that stuff, I definitely shared it around and stuff, and like nobody's really heard about him and stuff. And I'm like, how can you not? He's freaking awesome. Watch one of his videos and you're hooked. I still watch the Wingnut Roundup sometimes too.
I love every month. Me and my bestie both watch the Wingnut Roundup. It's super great.
Yeah. I miss having besties around here. It's lonely quarantining from everybody.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, I thought I woke up my daughter. Crap.
Yeah.
No, it's the baseboard heaters here loud sometimes. Crackle, crackle, snap, snap, pop.
Okay, let me explain the first time I met Jeff. Okay, I was homeless there, and then I wound up getting a job working security because I had previous security experience. And so I'm in, Eugene, and he was in Eugene. I don't think he lives in Eugene, or at least at the time he didn't. He lived outside, and he was in there doing something, and I was walking outside at the bank, doing my random rounds, and I saw him, and I did a quadruple take. And then he just very casually turned and gave me this the best way I can describe it is seductive look, but it wasn't even like I'm gonna fuck you. It was it was a meme seductive look. And I was like, you're Jeff Holiday. And he was just like, yeah, I know it. That's the best way I can describe what happened. And I'm like,
I can picture it.
Yeah, because I walked past him, and then, like I said, I did a quadruple take, and he just slowly turned, and we made eye contact. And then, I told him who I was. He was just like, yeah, you know what the fuck I am.
Yeah. How long have you been watching him by that point?
Not that long. I mean, God, maybe a year. I mean, this was around the time. This is actually just before the whole, him falling into the Andy Worski right-wing Sargon of Akkad nonsense.
Yeah,
So,
I think I've been watching
two.
him for about the last year, I think. So yeah, I've seen a little bit of those videos and references to it. So yeah.
Yeah, okay. He's straight up just been like, yeah, I don't agree with basically anything I said in those, and I like that. That's good. Where he's willing to be like, yeah, I don't know, I somehow got radicalized into this, and I'm not sure how, but
it's good
this is where we're at.
to grow.
Yeah. He grew from it, and that's great. And he's amazing, and he's funny as fuck in real life. Like, okay, I like to think I'm funny. He's really funny. Like,
yeah. I'm the type that if I start laughing too hard, the backs of my ears hurt and I just can't stop grinning type of thing. I'd probably be in stitches, huh?
yeah. Well,
Hello again.
The dude, I'm usually the one who, throws in random jokes. Like, I would throw in random jokes when people were talking, and then he would take my joke and make it 100 times better. And then, like, I'm sitting there like, fuck.
He should do stand-up. Well, shit, he does stand up pretty much anyway.
I know.
He does the serious stand up.
Yeah, I just want to say he's way funny. I mean, he's funny in videos. He's way the fuck funnier in real life. And like I said, I only talked to him like twice. But holy fuck, he's funny. And weirdly enough, once again, he remembers me. And he just, every single person he's ever interacted with, he knows. It's insane.
Damn.
Yeah.
He should take that talent on the road. Shit.
Yeah. Everyone. And I think it's because, well, with me in particular, I was a dirty fucking gutter punk like he was. I'm just a few years younger.
Yeah.
And I think he remembered me in particular because, well...
Kindred spirits.
Yeah. But he remembers everyone, though.
I wish I could. There's some people that I'd forgotten until, I see him again. It's like, oh, shit. I remember everything now. And then there's some people that come up to me, remember this and this. It's like, no, frankly, I don't. I have a spotty memory. I have a stoner memory, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of people forget who the fuck I am. I mean...
Oh, I won't.
I know you won't, but you didn't know me fucking, 9 years ago.
Right.
You didn't have that. It's just super weird to me because it's like the Geek Room.
Mm-hmm.
They've talked a lot of shit about me. Like,
really?
I'm in their Discord server. Oh yeah. No, So let me tell you something about the Geek Room. They called up my ex-boyfriend. Okay, they messaged my ex-boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, "Hey, so you left Will's fucking show there. Why'd you do that?" And he was just like, "Yeah, it was, creative differences and whatnot." And they're just like, "Hey, do you know that, Kat lives with Will and is, fucking sucking his dick and, fucking him and whatnot, and they're married?"
What? Oh, God. Just stirring the shit with more bullshit. What the fuck?
And by the way, I'm in their Discord server. And I called them out on that, and I asked, because there was like fucking 18 people fucking saying that. And I was just like, mind you, this was months ago. This was months and months ago. But I was just like, so, where'd you get that information from? And they're just like, oh, not you, Kat. Will Kincaid's cat.
Hello?
My name on Discord is Kat, and it's my face. None of these people had any idea who the fuck I was, but they were willing to talk shit about me.
What the...
And here's the thing. The Geek Room also said previously, actually this was, Underagen. I'm sorry, Underaven. The pedophile. They had accused me of being, because it's like, all right, yeah, sure, I do work in, the caretaking field, taking care of people with special needs. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Will also does that. So he clearly ain't, that special, I guess. You know what I mean? But I got accused of being his caretaker and forcing Will to create content so that I can make fun of him. And,
What?
yeah. The Geek Room
Wow,
also
you're
said
devious.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, the Geek Room also said that Lo and I were the same person. That
Yeah.
I'm not real.
They're
and
the ones that started
I'm
that.
just, yeah. Yeah, it was the Geek Room.
God.
It's
Because I keep seeing that in chat every now and then. Yeah, if they're the same person, then how are they on the screen at the same time? I was wondering where that came from.
It's a joke at this point because, like, here's the thing.
A meme.
They accused me and Lo. Okay, what they said was, I am not a real person. I am Lo using a voice changer. That was the
God.
Geek Room. And Black Eye TV, by the way. Just
and people keep complaining about flat Earth conspiracies. There's a cat conspiracy.
I've been involved in so many fucking conspiracies, and it's like, all right, yeah, sure, I'm an asshole. But what did I actually do ever against
Blame
anyone?
You for the shit you did, not for the shit you didn't do.
I know. It's like, okay, the only thing I actually did was make leg jokes about Knock.
Yeah.
And I admitted that, and we...
Yep. And you guys squashed that yourselves.
Yeah, we didn't... It wasn't... Yes, I understand it wasn't available to anyone, so Jay Pasick, you can suck my fat fucking tranny cock. But, yes, the beef is squashed. It's fine. We're not... I'm not faking it. Knock's not faking it.
You can understand with the voice, though. It is kind of an unbelievable voice. You can see why they did go to the voice changer on that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, fuck you. I sound the most Midwestern fucking Jewish Jersey woman. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Damn Jew. I had to do it eventually.
Oh, damn Jews. Well, like I said, I've been accused of... the Geek Room has accused me of being married to Will. They've been accused me of living with Will. That I'm Lo, who is also married to Will, but is also his younger brother and also his younger sister, and is also his cousin. And I am also his cousin, and I'm his caretaker, but I'm a separate person from Lo in that situation. Like,
you're the token Jew. If there's two Jews in one room, apparently one has to be beat down while the other one gets a slide or whatever. I know, that's what I mean. He gets a slide half the time while they're beating you down, or vice versa.
Because they like Lo, and which was fine.
Oh no, they'll do it to Will and be on your side half the time too. I've seen it both ways.
Like I said, they went and talked to Lo after months of not talking to anyone about this shit.
Right.
Which, by the way, look up the episode on Will Kincaid's channel, TGR did an oopsie. That'll really show how two of the three of them are absolute pieces of shit. Just, if you didn't believe me about what I'm saying about TGR being lying assholes, I keep on saying this because I would like to actually speak to, Billy or Bran, because
right,
I know it wasn't Frankie, because Frankie knows who I am,
right,
and one of them contacted Lo and told them I was fucking Will, and lived in his house. I got home from work. I sat down. I got home from work. I went to the gas station. I bought an energy drink and one of those 24-ounce cans of beer. And I bought a sandwich.
Yeah.
And I sat down, and I hadn't even taken off my boots, and I got like 6 messages immediately.
Damn.
And I was like, I can prove where I live right the fuck now. And he was like, all right, that's fair. And I took a picture of where I was living, and he was like, yeah, that is where you live. Because shockingly, I'm friends with Lo in real life.
Right.
He knows where I live.
I would hope so.
Yeah. And, like, he thought, here's the thing, because these people went in and basically, like, gave him evidence about how I was living in Will's house.
Right.
I don't live in the same county as either him or Lo.
But if you're the same person, then you got to be in the same house, right?
I know. I am also Will and I am also Lo. It's just,
Yep.
it's
a trifecta.
It's very fucking frustrating because it's like I get so much shit tossed my way, and like I'm willing to take the shit that I did. But so much of this
shit, you go face it head on every time.
Well, I know. That's the thing. I'm willing to square up. I'll fucking fight for what I believe in, Like, and if I'm wrong, I usually apologize for it. I mean,
well, you did right away when you realized that you'd gone overboard. It was like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, and you talked about it and everything.
I know.
A lot of people like to say I didn't, and then blame everybody else for thinking that they did. No.
Well, I'm willing to admit I'm wrong because I want to learn and be better. And I know I'm not perfect, and I'm gonna say the shit. And it's like I know it's not appropriate in these conversations, and I will admit that when I double down when people get up my ass, I shouldn't do that.
But you're learning and growing, and that's the whole point of life.
But it's fun because it pisses them off more. And
that's why I'm just like, fuck it. And I tuned out for a while, and then I came back and just fast forward past all that shit.
Well, once I realized there was no point in, trying to get back to where it was, I just leaned into it. And that's a me problem. And I really shouldn't be allowed to, be morally outraged because I did lean into it and caused more issues. But
some other people like to do that sometimes, and well, everybody's allowed to do it every now and then.
I just admit it. I think that's the difference. Is I will tell people like when I do fucked up shit, I say it before I do it.
You tell on yourself before you do the bad deed.
Yeah. Like, literally, if I have something planned, I say I'm going to do it before I do it. You can actually watch with the whole knocked leg nonsense. Like, the first time I was the leg, that was entirely, I popped in on the show, and Will was just like, hey, do the thing, do the accent. And Lo was just like, do it. And then I did it, and I just made leg jokes the entire time. And Knock didn't believe it was me and said, I was too naive. And then I was like, well.
Challenge taken.
Yes, and that's how I operate. But
you admit to stuff that you didn't do as well. I think that was
one. Well, yeah, I mean, I doxed Wildheart. Yeah,
you admit to stuff that you never did.
I did. I doxed Math Pig too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, shit, sometimes you just gotta go with the flow and see where it takes you. Ow, headphones.
Wow. Heart.
Ow.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you suck. Yeah. Oh, my ears. Wait, he had it Wildheart 999 for a little bit. Now it's Wild Heart
that's his
666
YouTube
again.
channel. His YouTube channel is Wild Heart 999.
Okay, I gotcha.
It used to be Wild Heart 666, but that's... Yeah, if you look up Wild Heart space 999, you'll find his shit.
Yeah,
he's good.
I'm subbed. Yeah. No, it cracks me up how he does the P Mars's.
Yeah, that's great. Or,
P Mars is a jerk or whatever.
Sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And then P Mars mirrors it. Like, what the fuck, dude? I just had a wild hair up my ass one time. I'm like, you know what? I wonder. So I went on to P Mars's channel, and yep, he was mirroring it and Discord and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I hear all these different tracks, and I couldn't tell if it was Discord doing it or him. And I'm like, nah, it's him. So people can't say that he's just sniping shit, or not sniping, but you know what I mean. I'm like, that's some devious bullshit right there.
Says P Mars is not dumb.
No. That's what drives me insane about him. He's not dumb, but he keeps pulling all that end bullshit. And it's like, why? He's the ultimate shit troll, is what he's trying to be.
I actually like P Mars. I don't agree with what P Mars does, but I've had wonderful conversations with the man. Like, I'm gonna be real honest. This was over a year ago. I was super depressed. This was before the Scams You Love episode.
The what?
Scams You Love on Will Kincaid's channel. That's the episode where I show the house I was living in at the time. You know, the one with the 4 by 6 foot hole in the ceiling?
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, yeah, that's, that explains a lot about how I am now.
Okay.
Well, I had worked for years to be homeless, essentially. Homeless inside of a house. Roofless.
Huh.
I wasn't homeless, I was just roofless.
Huh.
Like, because, well, Wisconsin, you can be evicted from your house with a 3-day notice for the crime of being trans.
What?
Yeah. They have gay rights, but they don't have trans rights.
That's fucking stupid. So that's the loophole to be able to discriminate. Only state
that has gay rights, but not trans rights.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
It doesn't.
They're the same thing, I thought. You know,
legally,
under the
no.
same umbrella.
Legally not.
They found a way to make it separate.
Yeah. Okay. Come to Wisconsin, where, you know, we had the first, you know, the first lesbian senator, the first openly gay senator. Wisconsin. Whoa. Yep. And also, you know, the first mayor of the first Socialist Party mayor in a major city, Wisconsin. Oh. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Also, the same state of Paul Ryan, Reince Priebus.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's that. Your state doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
Make it make sense.
It can't. No, because we're all drunks.
It would make sense that way.
It can't.
How can you be progressive and yet so backward?
I know.
We're drunk. Okay, I get it now.
we have. Well, okay, Wisconsin. So when gay marriage got federally legalized, Wisconsin was the only state that still had civil unions.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
So every other state either had gay marriage legalized or didn't have gay marriage legalized at all. Wisconsin had civil unions.
Huh.
Yeah.
Because I heard that some of the states still had it, but nobody knew, or nobody here knew which ones type thing. So it's just Wisconsin.
But it's different than since that. It's been different since 2012. They're different flavors of civil union, but yeah. At the time, it was... Yeah, Wisconsin was the only state that had civil unions. Like, everyone else either had Yeah, Wisconsin's bizarre.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for right there. I thought Washington was kind of
Well, it is.
not
I mean,
egocentric. What's the word I'm eclectic? Yes,
yeah.
we're very eclectic here, but we're more progressive than that. But maybe I don't know. God, your state just I'm tired, I'm stoned, and now I'm confused. What a
Why do you think I
combination.
moved?
I don't blame you one bit.
Well,
Make it make sense. You can't. I'm out of here.
it's well. People always. I've gotten people where I've talked about, hey, Wisconsin doesn't really care about trans rights, and they take a quote from the governor of Tony Evers saying, "Hey, we need to fix this. We need trans rights." He said that in like 2017. The state still doesn't have trans rights statewide.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and people are always like, "Yeah, they're trying to." Really? Are they? I think he just said that to get votes.
Yeah, sounds like
No, that would never happen.
I mean, oh yeah, that would never.
Our politicians are corrupt. Nah, never. We're the most honest people on the planet.
Well, it's. I actually have in my wallet right now. One of the Black Lives Matter rallies I went to. But it was a protest. It wasn't a rally. I don't know. It was a protest more than a rally. We were at the Capitol building in Madison, in Wisconsin, and like I got multiple I got a card for the Socialist Party, the Socialist Party of the United States, and they wanted to have Michelle Obama as the vice president in that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and Michelle Obama wasn't opposed to it. So
Okay.
I actually have the fucking cards for the Socialist Party of America with Michelle Obama being the vice president.
That's pretty cool.
It actually is. And
are they framed yet?
No, they're just in my wallet, all bent and gross.
Yeah, some of my best memorabilia is like that too.
Yeah, and it's, I don't know, like, I've had some of the best conversations at some of those fucking protests. Like, at the pro-queer protests, at the Black Lives Matter, the Black Lives Matter protests.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter, sorry. Black Lives Matter protests. Like, everyone there is super smart and super cool. Like,
not quite the same here. What you heard about Chaz and all that up around Seattle? I haven't been to Seattle. Okay, let's see. The last time I went to Seattle was a concert a few months ago, and then that was it pretty much. Seattle's been scaring the shit out of me. That's where we used to go to do anything. Last year's Gay Pride, I wanted to go, but not with COVID going on and all the riots and shit like that. Because Gay Pride goes right through Chaz, and they fixed it up and everything, but I'm too scared to go there alone. And like I was saying, the last time I was there, I went to a concert. But I was also with 3 other people. I was not. Seattle, me alone. No, that place scares me even long before all this shit started happening the last 4 years.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I will say Seattle a lot less whatever the fuck than Portland is.
Yeah.
Okay, Seattle, yeah, they were kind of weirdos. and kind of dicks, but Portland was just like, oh, I'm sorry, you don't like the right kind of fucking donuts. I'm gonna murder your mother. And it's like, I'm sorry, look, I think voodoo donuts are fine. And they're just like, not only am I gonna fuck your mother, I'm gonna fuck your mother's mother.
I think voodoo donuts started up here too.
Yeah, no, they did actually.
Yeah.
Start up there. Yeah. But
yeah, it's like,
and
Portland and Seattle's always been kind of like a mirror to each other in a lot of different ways.
Portland's the younger sibling, yeah.
Yeah, and now it's like Jazz ended, they're fixing it up, but Portland is still hazardous to your health. I don't know. I don't hear many people wanting to move there right now, that's for sure. With the whole Portlandia business happening a few years ago, you don't hear that happening much. People are trying to run from it. Still.
Parts of Portland are still, like, autonomous from the U.S. Like,
shit.
Yeah, and I can actually say, Rockford, Illinois, almost went full on Portland.
Damn.
Well, what happened in Rockford? Rockford is I don't know. I'm not gonna say predominantly black community, but it's a significantly higher than average black community. It's like 40% black people. And
wow.
Yeah. And it's north of Chicago. And south of Milwaukee. But they got I was there when I wasn't there when this particular event happened. But I was there afterwards, and I was there before. But it was the Black Lives Matter protest. And they came up, and in Wisconsin, instead of, telling us to leave, they just CS gassed us and started, shouting. They were just like, hey, look, leave peacefully. And a black dude stood up, and they shot him multiple times. Because he stood up to leave, because they told him to leave.
Oh, God.
And then got shot when the place went, insurgency.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things like, yeah, Wisconsin got mad when fucking Jacob Blake got shot 7 times in the back. Oh, yeah, how about we look about the first time he got shot by the police? Dude's been shot over a dozen times by police.
I bet he's
Damn.
I bet he's a bit touchy.
Yeah. Yeah. And he dying, unfortunately. Actually, no. I don't think Jacob Blake died. I think Jacob Blake is still alive. Unless he died recently. But he lived for an absurdly long time. Because, he'd been shot by police 3 separate times for a total of, 13 or 14 bullet wounds of him not even being... And here's the thing. Here's the thing. He was convicted for, touching a kid.
Oh,
boy. And she was 16, and he was 20-something. But the cops didn't know that when they shot him on 3 separate occasions for over a dozen bullet wounds. Anytime. None of them knew that. They just shot him because he was like, fuck you, I'm done with this shit, and just turned around.
He was subordinate.
Yeah, what he did was he turned around. Okay, what he said was, fuck you people, I'm gonna grab my shit. And he turned into his car to get the shit that they demanded he grabbed, and the dude shot him in the back 7 times.
Never turn your back on a police officer, apparently.
Yeah. And
Death
And
by ego. Cop
it
ego.
really pissed me off because a lot of people on the news, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, they were all saying, "Oh, Kenosha is such a nice town." No, it's not. You
Only
only
what
go
you
there.
see.
Yeah, it's not a nice town. You only go there if you want to get robbed, if you're trying to buy drugs, or if you're stuck in the middle of, if you're on your way to Milwaukee and you need gas. Now.
Damn.
Yeah.
And people say my town's ghetto.
Yeah, that was so fucking weird because there were so many people on the news saying fucking Kenosha is great and it's a beautiful city. No, it's not.
All our cities are crumbling and all our people are disparaged in the way the systems run, but all they see is the glossy outer coating of everything and say, look, it's pretty. No, fucker. It's like my town has a lot of issues. They just keep building water parks and fountains and little pretty things to walk through. And it's like, yeah, the place looks great, but just about every corner has a homeless person in it. Doing great job beautifying our little town here.
Well, where I'm from, and so it used to be a factory town. GM used to be there.
Okay.
And GM was there, and there was a bunch of other companies that were there because GM was there. People building seats for cars. People building the other shit that GM didn't build. And
right,
there was like 300,000 people living there. It dropped to being like 30,000 people living there in less than 6 months because GM left.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say in like 6 years.
No,
oh, God.
No. GM left and a lot of people fucking dropped. And it was only because it was around 70, 80,000 people for quite a while, and it fucking exploded for like a year. And there was a bunch of people living in like trailer parks and shit. And the GM left, and everyone fucking left and went back to Chicago or up north. And the fucking place was fucking. There was all these fucking abandoned places. Like, I have pictures of this fucking city. Like, you can walk into certain areas, and there was just like abandoned gas stations, abandoned restaurants, abandoned bars, and they're just like empty. And they're just covered in graffiti, and there's like a random open tattoo shop, and then nothing, and then like a gas station with like 3 bottles of Coke and like a Milky Way bar in it, and nothing else. And
damn, that's a ghost town.
Yeah, and like you go into that part of town, and it's nothing, and it's a huge. It's physically very large, but most of the cities in the completely opposite end of the town. I just lived in the fucking, abandoned part of the town where there was nothing.
Yeah.
And it was like we didn't even have a fucking grocery store. Like,
oh shit.
Yeah, no,
that's too small.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
There we go.
Dropped out again. How dare he?
But like we didn't even have it because the grocery store fucking shut down because they were selling alcohol to people who were underage, which in Wisconsin is normal, or at least it was when I was a kid.
Yeah, pretty much same here.
And like
they're pretty hard about it.
Yeah, and then they started putting these harsh laws on it. So the whole fucking grocery store shut down, and it was like, I have to walk 4 miles. It's like, yeah, it's still in the same city, but most of it's fucking empty. So I have to walk through these areas of literal nothing, or parks, or whatever. And it was super fucking weird, I guess. And it was a very, like, there was an 8% unemployment rate before COVID.
Right.
Like, the unemployment rate where I was living was like 20% after COVID. And,
holy shit.
Yeah, well, there wasn't really many jobs, and everyone was fighting over these, and minimum wage is $7.25 an hour in Wisconsin.
They're fighting for 15 an hour here.
Yeah, so
quite a jump.
We had these people, and it's like, yeah, people with fucking college degrees were fighting for $7.25 an hour jobs. So people like me, fuck them. Fuck people like me. Fuck people like me without college degrees. You can get way more work out of someone with a college degree, apparently. And
although, yeah, I don't know how that always. They always automatically think that if you go to college, that translates out into real world knowledge. And half the time, people are in frats and all that kind of stuff and trying to cram for a test that they'll never do anything about in real life and everything. I don't know. College is a scam half the time. And the stuff that you can use, nobody or not many people actually get jobs in the fields that they study. I don't know many people that use the what they learned in college every day.
Yeah, and like I understand they obviously want people who have college degrees or whatever, but it's kind of fucking bullshit because you got all these fucking people, and this is why I wound up working for myself. Is like I graduated high school when the great recession was happening. The fucking recession, and I didn't have opportunities like other people did. I just had to fucking do what I could, and that's why I wind up doing the weird fucking jobs I did. Like working as I'm a polyglot. Like I speak multiple languages. And that's why I wound up working, in fucking security in, different fucking countries there.
Right.
And, like, it's also the same reason, I wound up working, in cemeteries or, working fucking cleaning up emergency rooms and shit like that. Because I was willing to do the shit other people weren't, because I'm a weirdo trans person, and we don't have rights in Wisconsin.
Can I get pictures of you in a secretary's dress and the things you use in hospitals? Can I get those pictures? Will that be possible?
Can you get what?
Can I get the pictures of you in a dressed up as a secretary?
I was not a secretary. I was cleaning.
All right. Yeah, and
I'm sorry. I can't. I wasn't allowed to take pictures of the fucking operating wings or the emergency rooms.
Just asking. Just for
damn fetishist.
Yeah, it's for friends. Nothing to do with me. A friend asked that, so carry on.
Well, it's good to be able to work different kinds of odd jobs because the experience from them will carry you quite far compared to like fast food and crap like that.
Well, that's the thing. I've never been good enough for fast food, and
I know how that is. I'm always too slow and everything. People always complain about that kind of thing. It's like I can't help it. It's the way I'm made. My clock doesn't run the same speed as yours. I can't help that. I'm 41. It's not going to change.
I couldn't even get hired. They wouldn't hire me.
Oh, yeah.
So,
shit.
Like, and I don't know if it was because I was like, I've gotten a lot of excuses. I've been told I'm overqualified.
No, I hate it when people say that shit. What does that even mean?
Underqualified. Yeah, it's like, all right, I'm making $0 an hour. I would like to make $7.25. Like, I'm sorry, I'm eating trash right now.
We can't pay you what you're worth. Well, how about you pay me something?
Well, like,
we'll start there.
I'm making no money right now, And then, now I'm in a position where I have to prove that I work for myself. Well, how the fuck do I do that?
Yep. That's one of them little loopholes on saying we don't have to help you because you can't help yourself. Well, how do you mark down something that only you can say? And if there's no money to show for it, then how is there any proof that you even did it? But you did it.
It's even worse because I had a private security license. So one of the things I did, because I lost my job right before COVID, and I started doing private investigator shit on my own. And my job now wants me to prove that I did that. Well, I can't give them names that's illegal.
Not only that, but they're not. You're not self-employed, but independently employed, so you can't put them down as like employers.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm the employer. Who are you going to call? And I told them, hey, look, I can get you the tax records. Because I pay taxes on it.
Yeah.
But that's not good enough. And I don't know what the fuck they want. This is why I'm not at work right now. Normally I'd be at work right now. But they want me to... 3 weeks ago, it was okay. Now they need me to fucking provide shit that I can't possibly provide legally. And it's
that's how they get out of paying people is give them a task that if they can manage it, then I guess they get the money. If they can't, oh well, just go to somebody else.
Yeah.
Have you seen PMA's inside chat, by the way, Kat? Just checking.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that's my cue. I'm kind of tired anyway. I better go anyway. I'm falling asleep anyway, so I'll talk at you later.
To you. Yeah, talk at you later, Dara.
Yeah, it was fun.
Nice to speak to you, by the way.
Yeah, same here, Wildheart.
Hit me up on Discord or on my email or something, and we'll fucking set up a D&D stream or something.
Gur has my email now. I sent him the Otangelo shit. So I get my email from him. Definitely.
I can put it in the private chat right now.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Can I have to close my eye in order to type sorry. My one eye is fucked.
No problem.
Yeah, okay, yeah. No, that's right. And yes, it is mail and not Gmail.
Mail.com. That's new.
Huh. Yeah. Okay, so select it and copy. Perfect. Thank you. And I'll send you a email. If not tonight, then tomorrow. And get in touch with you.
Don't worry about it. You're just whenever. Whenever you're free.
There's an echo coming from you.
It might be me actually.
Well, if it's me, I'm going in a second. So.
Wait, is the stream ending?
No. P Mars is in the other chat, so I'm too tired to deal with his BS. I saw that shit, and it's like, yeah, that's not what I needed to see right now. We just talked about that shit.
I blame Wildheart for the echo.
It's all your fault, Wildheart.
I'll switch back to the other computer again until it crashes again, and I'll have to drop out again and come back.
Hey, you sound clearer, so that works. Until it crashes again. But anyway, I will talk to you guys later, and yes, I'll message you.
Yeah,
sure. Email you. Yeah, that's the word. I mean, they're in there somewhere.
You can hit me up on Facebook. It's just, if you feel free to hit me up on Facebook. I just don't know what the fuck my fucking Facebook Messenger is.
No worries. I'll find you. Good night, guys.
Yeah, have a good one, eh?
That was just you and me. Are you ending the stream?
No, no, Wild Hearts. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, there's a lot of echo there, bud. No, Wild Hearts.
Is that me?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
really should be getting to sleep.
I should too. But, look, I drank the entire bottle of vodka.
Yeah, but you're
The
not
entire
Wild Heart.
No, I mean this is a once in a when I drink a liter of vodka, this is once in a 3 or 4 month type of thing.
Hello?
Yeah. Oh.
Is that okay?
Oh. Yeah. You're good now.
All right. Cool.
Jesus fucking Christ. It's too bad.
You still have an you personally still have an echo, and static.
Well,
I think the static cat actually.
That's for me.
To be fair.
I don't rightly know what the fuck it is. I mean, sometimes I got the fucking echo, sometimes I don't. Either way, I'm probably gonna end the stream because I gotta fucking go to. I'm not gonna go to bed right away. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna listen to music or watch fake speed runs or something. I don't know. But
yeah.
Thanks, Kat. Thanks for having me on. It's been brilliant. Cheers.
Hey, love talking to you, Wildheart. You're good people.
And midnight, if you want to join my stream, no one's watching. Okay. Gutted. Please come back midnight. Please come back midnight. All is forgiven.
Wow.
Well, let's. Since I'm here, we're all here. Let's talk about this. So what's the fucking issue here?
I don't like. Go ahead.
Midnight has left my Discord server. Will not appear on my streams anymore, and I know why. But I think we can just have a laugh without going into the me kind of destroying myself kind of thing. I think we can just have a laugh without getting too serious about it.
Yeah, let's all laugh it up.
I would enjoy that. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, Midnight, if you're willing to say, I mean, why are you not going to Wild Hearts stuff? I mean, I don't know rightly, as I guess, and I heard about it, and I really didn't know, and you really didn't say anything to me. So I mean, if you want to talk about it, you can. If you don't.
I don't want to talk about it live.
Right.
I need to stream.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
That's fair enough. I mean, I don't know. I just didn't. I don't know. Well, if we're not gonna talk about this,
but it is your fault, Kat.
Yeah, it is my fault.
Whatever disagreement me and Midnight have, it's always your fault. Yeah.
Everything is my fault. I know. Well, I don't know. Dur's gotten flack for having me on, and it's like, fine. I mean, he's gonna get way the fucking more flack after tonight. But I don't know. Whatever. Like, I'm a piece of shit, but I don't know, I'm not really that bad. I mean,
sorry, Kyle.
Well, I mean, clearly I'm the absolute most evil person. I mean, I hate everyone. I am never reasonable. I'm never nice to anyone. You know, all that jazz.
Your mic sucks.
Yeah, well, I'm about that in the stream, so you can fucking suck my fucking fat trash. My cock.
You know, I like that.
Ew, okay. I'm ending the stream.
Cheers, Kat. Cheers, Midnight.